Recording in progress.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Stocks Numbers Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Ron, my partner is Dave. It's just after 7 a.m. Eastern, and it is Monday, June 1st. So thanks everyone for joining. A new week, a new month. I hope it's a good start for everyone here in the group. Please review how you've been trading for the past month, the month of May. Some of you guys did really well in the month of May. Some of you guys did some mistakes. Some of you guys are still learning, and but go back and review. And let's see, now we're moving into the summer months, June, July, and August. If you haven't traded in the summertime before, volume could fade as we get into July and August, and things open up again come September. However, we might be seeing something different this summer. Who knows? There could be new volume coming in the markets. There's a lot of news, geopolitical events going on. So we may still see that volatility throughout this summer. So just trade safe, trade smart, trade with proper risk management, and hopefully you do good coming up. Okay, guys? So plan for today is we're going to go for 3 hours until just after 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll be looking at gold going into COMEX, and then we'll also look at NASDAQ going into Wall Street, okay? So there's going to be a little bit for everybody, and we have to go over this week's news, earnings. Hopefully you guys already did this, but I'll help go over it a little quicker, and just so we can prepare for the week to see which days have high impact news, which days have any critical earnings that we should be aware of, and we can go from there. Okay, guys? So let's get started. Hope everyone had a great weekend and we're ready to go. Okay, first thing is with Forex Factory today. So there is some news regarding Donald Trump and Iran. Iran really wants to make a deal, and it will be a good one for the US and those that are with us. Okay, so that's happening right now. We don't have anything concrete signed yet, so we're still awaiting this, and that will affect the markets, whether there is a deal or there isn't a deal. This is all of the news today. There's a lot of news coming out of Europe, and moving into our session right now, the North American session, you can see when we're wrapping up the call around 10 a.m., there's a US red folder. It's the ISM Manufacturing PMI Index will be coming out, and that's today's news, okay? Going into tomorrow, Tuesday, June 2nd, we've got an Italian bank holiday coming out of Europe. And when we start to move into our 8:30 sessions, this is where Dave will be doing live New York and COMEX with you guys. And then I will be coming in post here around 11, but we will have the news already out with the JOLTS job openings. So when I see JOLTS job openings, I know that that means something. Right away when we see this, and it's a new month, the Friday of a new month, and we have Tuesday JOLTS job openings. I'm assuming that Friday is NFP. So that's where there's going to be lots of volatility. So let's just continue going through this. Then we'll come in Tuesday afternoon, and we don't have too much news in the mid-afternoon. Midweek, Wednesday, June 3rd, there is some European news. You can see it's low impact news. Then we move into 8:15, 5 minutes before COMEX, ADP non-farm employment change. We're going to have some FOMC speakers. We move into Wall Street. Then again, 10 a.m., USD, ISM Services PMI, high impact folders. We also have Treasury Secretary Bessent speaking. We have our weekly crude oil inventories. And then we move into Thursday this week. Again, pretty light day. All we have is our weekly unemployment claims that are on every single Thursday morning. So, you know, some of you guys are getting used to this, seeing the same folders over and over and over. If you do trade a certain session every single day, you're going to see basically the same folders every single month. It's just like a little cycle that they go through, okay? And then finally, Friday, end of the week, but look at, you have a lot of red folders, okay? So like I said, when we see the ADP and the JOLTS, and it's a new month, first Friday traditionally of the first month is this non-farm payroll right over here, NFP. 8:30 will be very volatile on a Friday. We have our average hourly earnings month over month in the US. We have our non-farm employment change. So the numbers right now are 115,000 from the last NFP. They're forecasting a decrease to 95,000. So this is jobs created month over month. And then the unemployment rate sitting steady at 4.3%. So we'll see if there's how these numbers are released, if there's any big changes. And this directly affects the US dollar because this is showing how many jobs are being created in the US, and this will directly impact the securities you're trading, especially if you're trading gold around this time. Okay, so please be careful on a Friday, especially this week. And we know that there's going to be some individuals who do really good on this session, and there's going to be individuals that blow up their accounts and do some silly things. And we've been talking about this for a long time. You need to de-risk and lower your risk trading these high impact events unless you have the experience and you know how much you're willing to lose on a session like this. But you can avoid it altogether by letting the numbers come out, let them release this, and then trade after if the volume is good and not choppy. That's it. There's no secret plan. There's no secret strategy. It's just being aware and know how to trade high impact events. That's all, okay? And that's our news for the week. And earnings, guys, let's see if there's anything big this week, any big names. Are we heading into anything this week? Tuesday morning, Dollar General Corporation, Victoria's Secret will be reporting. So we want to see like dollar stores, these things, retail stores have good numbers. Because if these things start to not have good numbers, already with the high inflation we're having and maybe a poor forward guidance, then we could be heading into recessionary time. So hopefully these are good numbers coming out, maybe beat the earnings per share, beat the revenue, and a good guidance going forward, okay? So Dollar General tomorrow morning. In the after hours, we have Palo, GitLab, Ulta Beauty over here. Then we move into Wednesday, Medtronic, MiniMed, Macy's. Wednesday after hours, we have AVGO Broadcom. Okay, so this is a tech AI company over here. CrowdStrike. We have AI, a company called AI. So tech and AI has been on fire as of late, and so could continue. Maybe we see a little bit of a pullback. We'll see how things go. And Thursday before the open, we have Sienna Corporation, Columbus McKinnon, Toro Company. Again, no big names. I don't think this is going to move the S&P 500 or NASDAQ. We don't have those magnificent 7 names reporting. Thursday after hours, we have Rubrik, Lululemon, Planet Labs, DocuSign. Again, no big names. And then we move into Friday, and not much going on in the pre-market, probably not much going on in the after hours. So very light week on earnings. I wouldn't be too concerned on any names except for maybe Broadcom. That's the only big name this week, okay? In our Discord, guys, sending out signals. There was some signals sent out last week on Friday, a longing on gold right over here. So there was multiple opportunities to get in when it came back up. If you have a static level, you can watch as volume closing above. Again, it closed above. Again, it retested. You can see how it's making it this level into support. Then there was a move that took out these highs. It retraced right back down, almost back down to the static level, then pushed back right back up. So there is a method in a madness how to learn how to take signals, not just with us, but any signal group. It's like when we go to the charts, I'll show you. You can just take a signal. If you guys tell me buy gold at this level, I absolutely can buy it, but I can buy it blindly with no analysis. I can wait for volume to do something, close above, get rejected, build its way back up. There's a different time frame I can trade it on. So if you get a signal coming out on a H4, that's a 4-hour candle. And if it says buy at 4,500, that's fine. But that's if you're a 4-hour trader. What if you are a hourly trader, and then you can watch the hourly candles close at that 4,500 level? So you're starting to see a little bit more a price action than the 4-hour trader who's waiting for that full 4-hour candle. However, if you're a 30-minute trader or a 15-minute trader or a 5-minute trader, You can go and keep dissecting that 4,500 level when the volume gets there, and you can watch your particular time frame, and then you can see maybe on the 15 minutes it does close above and does come back down and retest, then starts to move. And you might enter on a 15-minute where the 4-hour trader is still waiting for his confirmations. And maybe you as a 15-minute trader have already seen that it broke, pulled back, confirmed the volume closed above, retested, where the 4-hour trader maybe just took an impulse and now he's caught on a pullback and complaining that doesn't know how to take signals or things like that. So remember, trading is very subjective. It's not just you get a signal and you just go all in when it's called out. Try it with any signal group and see how you do. We're the ones that take it a little further to teach you guys that you can go to multiple time frames and you can look at the actual volume at your specific time. And trading is the same. You still have to wait for confirmations or go in on impulse, but you have to have intuition also to take impulse trades. I take impulse trades, but I break it down my psychology. Why? Is it building? Was there a liquidity grab? Does it have a short wick and maybe it's going to pop and fill on that impulse? There's variables that go into this. If you're just don't understand this, then I'm telling you that you have a lot to learn about trading, not just taking signals, but you have a lot to learn about trading. So this is where you need to step backwards and stop going forwards and complaining. You need to step back and learn how to trade properly so that whether you're getting signals or not, you know how to trade, okay? Because if you don't learn this, you're going to be haunted by impulse trading for the rest of your life. So you're going to have to figure something out. You can't stop trading impulse altogether. There's going to be impulse situations, but you got to know how to trade them. Maybe scale in slower on the impulse move or use a feeler trade, because if it closes and it doesn't get the close that you're looking and gets rejected, you can close it, take a minimal loss and not be in the trade and complain. But if you actually get what you're looking for, then you can start to layer in or position your trades. That's what trading is all about, guys. Okay. For some of you guys will start to understand this and others will not get this, but our job is to try and make you understand this, but we can't beg you or force you to learn this. Okay. It's up to you what you want to do. We had a trade right now, a signal that came out 15 minutes ago at 7 a.m. prior to the call when I just started it. So it says here, short gold, XAUUSD around 45.05 with a suggested stop loss and a TP. So with the trend analysis, the chart displays a clear downtrend from the high near 45.93 down to the current area around 45.05 with lower highs and lower lows visible across the 5-minute candles. Recent price action shows consolidation near the lows with a minor bounce, but no strong reversal signals. So the trade setup, we're looking for a short entry at 45.05, targets the next support zone with stops above the recent consolidation highs, offering a measure risk reward within the displayed range. Okay, so this is how it looks, where it was built. It's coming down, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, kind of bottomed out. And now we're looking for more volume to close below here. It could come back up, then push down similar to these arrows, but we can take a look at it. So if I'm looking at gold right now, if I was just to mark off 45.05, it's right there, right? So it did close below, did come back up, did push down, but it's still counter trading. Now it's pulling back up, and we got to see if more black volume can continue to make lower highs, close below here, and continue to push down, because it could retrace back up. And then we got to watch what's happening at this area here. Okay, so I'll keep an eye on this. I still haven't done my top-down analysis, so we'll keep an eye on this. Maybe some of you guys have been trading earlier this morning and you guys are already aware of what's going on. I'm not. I just woke up, so I don't want to just take a trade blindly without doing my analysis. Okay, so we will revisit this and come back to this. And also with signal, let's take a look at also just real quickly, what is the time frame? Okay, so this is a 5 minutes. Got to watch that. It's very active on the 5 minutes. Signal didn't come out on a 1H or a 4H. So you got to continue to watch that. Guys, there's a free Telegram channel pinned at the top of YouTube for you guys. Thank you guys. Hit the likes, subscribe to the channel. Join this free Telegram because last week we send you guys throughout the week signals all day, every day last week. And so we'll see. Maybe we'll send some more out if there's enough signups on this free Telegram. And all of our promos, giveaways, everything that we do in these live sessions with myself, Dave, everything that happens in the Discord session, and everything is available for you guys here on this free Telegram. Okay, so join that. And if you want to join the team, you're welcome to join the team at SST and join the Discord, join all the lives, join, learn all your education, get all the indicators, get all the signals, get everything that we offer here. If you want to join the team, you're welcome to. If not, sit back, relax on YouTube, enjoy, learn something, and try and have a positive vibe. Try and have a positive flow. Stop being so negative in life because it drags us down as well. And we're trying to teach here positive, but when we get dragged down, then it's kind of hard to do this. And then I look outside and it's a nice sunny day where I could be just relaxing. And then instead I got to come in here and listen to people nag and complain. So it's not what I want to do. I want to help out, but I just want you guys to understand that we don't need to be here. We want to be here. So make it enjoyable for us, okay? Let's get started now. Before, hit the subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you, guys. And I'm going to get started on gold here, okay? So, yes, there is an active signal. I can see close below 45.05. It dropped down to 4,500. Okay, so that was a 50 pip drop in 5 minutes. But it's a higher low, and psychology tells me 4,500 is a strong psychological number, and you can see the buyers are waiting there. There's a bullish engulfing candle bringing it right back up. Now the volume is above 45.05. So we got to see now lower highs pushing it back down and get more black volume to close below 45.05 again to continue to push down. Because right now, 45.05 is creating support right now, okay? So that's how a signal can happen. And if you are not watching or just you don't know what you're looking for, you have to be careful, okay? And this is 5 minutes. So when I see a 5-minute signal, it looks like it's on a lower time frame, could be smaller moves, right? If you're looking for a huge, the bigger move to come all the way down to 44.90 and continue drop, then you gotta, it's a higher time frame. You gotta then allow it to do its thing and continue to watch, okay? I will break this thing down, but let me start off on the daily. Let's see how gold has been moving the last few weeks. Okay, so we're stuck in here, or it's been in here since May 18, where it was bearish, bullish, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, black. We're in this like for 2 weeks, just stuck in this consolidated range. Okay, so this is how gold's been moving. Hasn't been really trending anywhere. It's just trading sideways. And these are not 5-minute candles. These are daily candles. For entire days it's been in here, and it still is in here, okay? So this week, yes, it has a probability it could continue to break up, but it also has a high probability it could continue to break down. And there's also a probability it could just stay in here and continue consolidating until Friday's NFP and continue accumulating until the big news. So Friday is the big day. That's when the redistribution could happen to the upside or to the downside, depending on how the job numbers are coming out, okay? So when I see this right away, I know that it could be a sideways day today just by looking at this. So then I need to understand, okay, what day is it? It's a Monday, first day of the week, first day of the month. Could be a choppy day. Should I go all in today with my trading? Should I go crazy? Should I over leverage? Should I just go on impulse trading? What should I do? Is there some sort of plan that a trader has, or is just everyone just going to trade with their eyes closed and just do whatever because it's Monday? But okay, so I can start to analyze from up here at 5,600 at the all-time high, but it's irrelevant right now, okay? I do not think today we're going to go all the way to the all-time high, even if there is some crazy news today. I don't think that's going to happen, okay? So let's get a little bit more serious and just figure out like this area. Like I don't even need to do all of this up here because we're inside here right now, but I'm going to do it for you guys. Okay, this is a pivot, correct? You can see its resistance. We don't need to debate this. We don't need to argue this. I can see right there when it came, back down. It came in, back down. It came in multiple times, back down. It came in again, and it's lower highs right here, and pushed down, okay? And then there's a zone right there. If you want to draw your zone or create your zone, that's up to you, okay? So that's a zone. I can see around 48.50. There's sellers there. There's offers. Okay. So for this to be bullish, just like if this was 5 minutes, blue bodies have to get up here, break above it, whether it's an impulse. Okay. That could be an impulse break. But when the candle closes, we verify and confirm. Will it close blue up there? And then we make this zone green for a potential pullback. It could be the next candle that pulls back. It could be 10 candles from now. It could be 100 candles from now. But eventually when it pulls back, we want to see if this area is now flipped to support, maybe builds a little bit, and then can continue to drive up to the next resistance levels. Okay, so it's not there yet. You can see lower highs and lower highs, okay? So we have, let's come down with it. Let's come down with it. Right here, trading what I was just saying the last couple weeks. There's a wick there, a bearish engulfing candle there, and a wick there. So 45.75. Looks like there's sellers there. Can I draw a zone here? Yeah, I can go up to 50% of that black candle and bring it down to potentially those bodies right there. And I've got another zone. I could bring it down to those bodies right there, and it lines up perfectly with how we were bullish on Friday, and then it got rejected, and we're opening up bearish coming down. Okay, so there's another zone. Do we have a support zone somewhere? Let me just draw or add a signal at 45.75 up here, just in case it comes back up. I want to have a signal. Well, let's find where we had some support in the past, right there. Okay, you can see on the big leg that was coming down, that black leg, it broke right there. Donald Trump tweeted that everything was a-okay with Iran, and then the market bounced back up, then saw it wasn't a-okay, and then came back down, then produced a double bottom at that location. Then Donald Trump said again on Friday, everything is a-okay, we're going into the weekend, and that's when we had this bullish move that took us to the red zone. Everything is not a-okay, and then it came back down. And then over here, Donald Trump tweeted everything is a-okay on Monday, May 4th. We came back up. Then at the end of the week over here, everything was not a-okay, and then it came back down. And then last week, everything is a-okay again. It came back up, and we're still not a-okay. There's still no trade agreement. So the market is like, what the fuck is going on? Are we a-okay or are we not okay? What's happening here? Iran is confused. Donald Trump is confused. The whole world is confused. Is the Strait of Hormuz open? Is it closed? Is it open or closed? It's like the 7-Eleven down the street from my house. Some days I go there, there's an open sign, and the door is locked. And I got to go there to get my backwoods, and see the big open sign, it's lit up, and I go in there, and the door is locked. And I'm like, are you guys open or are you guys closed? What's going on here? And some days it's open, some days it's closed. So I'm confused. I don't even know where to go buy my backwoods anymore, because some days he's open, some days he's closed. So that's like how the market is with Donald Trump right now. Gold doesn't know. Are we open or are we closed? Okay. So you see, it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And you and I are getting confused, and we're getting pissed off, and we're saying, why is gold not going up here? Why is gold not going down there? Okay. Doesn't matter. You got to follow the volume. Who gives a shit what's going on? Okay. Because it can continue consolidate like this for the entire summer, and you're still going to be scratching your head asking yourself, why is gold not up here and why is gold not down there? Okay. Now, when I'm continuing to consolidate, do I have a zone at this level? Yes. Look backwards. Don't be scared to look backwards. Then you can see right there in October of 2025, it was a previous all-time high of gold right at that point of interest, that yellow line. Go across, you can see when it closed above, it turned green, and look how long it took to come back. There was the volume that closed above. Okay, when we're talking about following a signal, if I give you guys a buy signal at 43.82, yes, there was an impulse. 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, 5 candle. It took 5 candles before it came back into the zone. That's 5 days, not 5 minutes. And then look at when it came in the zone. It was blue, then came back down, then went back down, closed black, then back again blue, then came back down. Then you got another solid bullish candle, and then that one pulled back. There's a wick, a wick, a wick. But there's like a double bottom, so you see it held up, and that's what took us to the all-time high. So you could have got a buy out of there, but we're watching what's happening. And then when it came over here again, you see the breakdown, liquidity grab, closed above, came back and retested it. You could have got in there. Okay, if you didn't, you could have got in, maybe had a signal from last Thursday. Look, remember last Thursday was black, 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 came right back in there. There's the big wick. There's the flip of the candle, closing as a bullish pin bar. And we continued on Friday. So you see what I'm breaking down now, right into how we came into those zones, stretch them into the future. I'm going to add, look at this yellow line, I'm going to add another alert there. If gold ever comes back down in there, I'll have an alert. But right now we're up here. So following Thursday's volume, very bullish. Okay. And then we continued where on Friday, open, slightly bearish, didn't come back to 50% or close below. It was bullish. It did its job, filled the wick, came through. Look, it came right into the zone again with that new higher high above there. Okay, that's important. If we're going to continue to push bullish, we need new higher highs, and we got it on Friday, but it's still in that red zone. And then the offers were there, and look at what they did. They rejected it back down, and we closed right there. Okay, so right here, at our closing price and opening price is 45.43. That's right at where the black body is, right where our red box is. If you want to draw a white line, a yellow line there, you can, but I know that the top and bottom of my red zone is very important. It's a point of interest. So when we opened, it was initially bullish. Okay, for a brief second, you can see there's a wick. That's our high of the day right there. 45.46. Did it do its job and fill Friday's wick? No, not yet. Did the sellers step in? Yes. How do I know? Because look at the candle, was black, 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 came all the way and tested the open of Friday and the close of Thursday right there, 44.95. And what happened there? It continues to come all the way down, and let's look at our lowest point of the day is right now equal lows. Tweezer bottom lows at 44.89.90. Look at equal lows. So it came down. The sellers said it's not breaking down here. Buyers stepped in, and look, it didn't break even low, a little lower. Okay, so it's equal lows, and now it's got a wick coming back up, but we still have this big black body that in order for the buyers, they got to continue to push up this black body, come all the way up. Then if they flip it, see it's a small wick, then it can start to backfill last Friday's wick. And we'll see, but we're still trading in that red zone. But this volume could continue to come down black and continue to come down, fill our bottom wick and get to that equal low and then break for a new low. And then our target would be coming back down to the opening price on Friday, which is right there. And so on and so forth. Then you got to see wick fill, come back down into here, okay? So now what I'm going to do is when we're looking at the daily, all we see is sideways. Black, blue, black, blue, black, blue, and black. So I know that there's sellers selling and buyers buying, but it's not really moving anywhere. Okay, it's in consolidation, awaiting some big geopolitical event, peace agreement in the Middle East, NFP Friday, new month, new week, could be a trap day, but all I see is sideways movement. Okay, now when I start to break down this daily candle into lower time frames, I might start to see maybe a lower time frame is starting to trend. Let's take a look. Let's go into the 1 hour. So see, now I'm off of the daily and came into the 1 hour. So there was a point in time where there was a big structural 1 hour candle. There was consolidation in the 1 hours. Then it started to come down lower low, lower high, big structural hourly candle, continue to drop down, came back in here, continue to push down. We found over here last Thursday some support. Then we started to come back up on Thursday. You can see right there, 8 a.m. Comex news, 9 a.m. Continue nice bullish move, moving into pullback, higher lows. Now we're trading into Friday. Friday, you can see how it came up on the hourly, right back into that bigger red zone, but that's where all the selling pressure is. And this is how we're trading right now on the hourly. So we were coming down Friday. Sunday, here's the open, Sunday 6 p.m., weekend open. Then it started to come back up, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., here's the futures. Here's 9 p.m., continuing to push down. Big bearish candle, 2 a.m. pre-New York. When do I give a trade? Whenever I get into a trade. That's when you're going to get a trade. Right now, you see I'm analyzing. I'm analyzing to get into a trade, guys. That's what you guys need to understand on YouTube. You need to relax, okay? You want to trade? Here, we gave a signal right here. Go in. There's your trade signal. 4505, sell signal. Go ahead. Do what you want with it, okay? I'm breaking down the analysis right now, okay? So was there a bearish body that came down at 2 a.m.? Yes. What happened at London? There's 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So right here, 50% of that candle. I can now see that we're still below it. Like, you don't need to be a price action expert. You can see that candle is black. It already came and tested 50% at London. Push back down. It came in again at 6 a.m., impulsively broke above, got rejected back down. It just broke again, higher high impulsively right now. This hourly candle is closing in 25 minutes. It may close above here. It may close below here. So what do you think is happening? Is it trending down? Is it trending up? It's hard to say. It all depends on which outlook are you looking at. If you're looking from here, these traders, they're saying, Ron, this is in an uptrend. Okay, that's fine. That's your analysis. What about these traders that are saying from over here, they might be on a higher time frame, saying, Ron, this thing is pushing down like a double top up there, still not ready, and it's ready to come back down to here. That's fine as well. Maybe they're on a higher time frame. Okay, but what about these traders from over here that started selling on Friday? What are they saying? They're saying it's coming down, could be coming back up, and it's going to push right back down, right? That's fine too. Everyone you see has different analysis. So when you're saying, should we be buying, should we be selling, should we be buying, I say, I don't know. Like, I don't know what time frame you're talking about. Like, it's so you added no context to anything. You're just, should we buy or should we sell? I don't know. Do what you want to do. What I can talk on this hourly candle. It was initially open, was bearish, came back up bullish. Now it's pushing down bearish, and there's still bullish volume. I don't know. You got to pick a time frame, and then you base your trades off of it. Okay, see the hourly right now? So I could also see the hourly has came down right there, support coming back up. This could be where the neckline is. Maybe it wants to come back down again, maybe do a double bottom, maybe wants to break there, then do this, and that's what it is this afternoon. Who knows, right? Now when I go to the 5 minutes, this is like the time frame that I like trading. What are the 5-minute candles doing? Okay, I see trending down so far, right? 5 minutes are moving down bearish. There was a double bottom there. There was where it pushed up, lower high, came all the way back down, like to the lowest point of the day. Now it's coming right back up. And you see maybe we'll get rejected back down, okay? So 4505 is that Discord signal, right? So I'm just going to mark up 4505. Right there. Okay, so we're going to watch for more selling pressure to come below there. So I can see that a white line was that hourly 50%. I can see right now what the 5-minute candles are doing there. Looks like there's so far a red zone still intact up there. How do I know that? Well, just use your eyes and see. It came down, came back up, rejected in there, pushed back down, came in the red zone again, pushed back down, came in again, impulse, 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 black candle coming down, and it could be coming back down again. Okay, so when I'm looking at the Discord signal over here, okay, it's showing me short. Read, guys, on YouTube if you're looking. XAUUSD short means sell 4505. Okay, trend analysis on the lower time frame on the 5 minutes. What I'm showing you is showing clear downtrend. So we got to watch here. Okay, so I already explained it to you. Here if you got the signal, it gave you the alert that it closed below. Then it came back up blue, and got rejected. If you took that scalp sell right there, from there to there, you made 50 pips. Probably too fast, because I know a lot of you guys don't scalp. So then you said, oh man, it came right back up to my entry and then came all the way back up there and maybe stopped you out because you guys freak out with a 100 pip stop loss because you guys are over leveraged, right? But if you see the signal, when it comes out, it tells you a suggested TP and stop loss, okay? So sometimes when I'm trading with a 50 pip or 100 pip stop loss, some of you guys get really crazy and say, oh man, it's too much. But sometimes signals come out with a 200 pip stop loss, okay? So that's how you got to lower your risk, okay? So let's continue to watch this. What I'm watching for is volume, how it will close below. So if I put a signal at the red line, I'm adding an alert, just like I'm giving myself another signal. But I want to watch what's happening here. So from here, when it made the lowest point of the day, you can see it's bullish. It's ascending up. It's coming up. That's a low of the day, higher lows, higher lows, higher low, and another higher low. So if it continues to push up here, the trade is invalid down there. We got to continue to wait for it to come back down. Okay, because if this bullish volume closes above here, it could flip this, and then the buyers could continue to come up to maybe this next location right up here, 45.25. If you want to add any fancy indicators on your chart, go ahead. 9 EMA, green line. 200 EMA is all the way up here. You can add the daily bar. We'll keep it on the 1 hour. So the 1 hour right now is bullish, and it's going to close in 20 minutes. Welcome everyone on Zoom. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Justin, welcome. Mike, thank you for joining. Patrick, welcome. No, it wasn't on the schedule. Yeah, I forgot to update the schedule. Sorry, I had a busy weekend. Welcome, Nigel. Conrad, welcome. But everything else in the schedule is correct. So Dave will be doing New York sessions tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'll be doing the post New Yorks right after him all week and on Friday. And welcome everyone on YouTube. Thanks for joining, guys. Welcome, guys. Tevas, Saran, welcome. Welcome, guys. Justin, thanks for joining on YouTube as well. Southside Dutchy, welcome. You literally learned how to trade from scratch from our course and taking the test at the end. Amazing. Good for you, man. Yeah, you're a rare person. A lot of traders will come in the group and expect to just make money without learning how to trade. So I'm happy that you actually went over the education and learned. That's good on you, and continued success. Lots of people want to learn how to trade, but they don't want to put any effort into learning how to trade. So, you know, they're not going to get the results that others are getting. Others are putting in a lot of hours into learning the art of trading. And then there's others that are half-assing it and not doing well and then complaining. So it's pretty obvious why they're not doing well. And then you look at others in the group, they have the same education, same live sessions, come in and they learn because they're actually learning. Okay, so what am I learning here with the price action is I see it's just barcoding again here. Blue, black, at the hourly resistance at 45.10, and now we've got a wick coming down. And I know a lot of you guys are probably going crazy trading this stuff right now, and I'm sitting on the sidelines and you guys are saying, why is this guy not in a trade? What's he doing? Well, if you want to trade this, go ahead and trade this stuff. I'm going to wait for maybe a structural bar to break through. Give me something. At least let me see something. Maybe go into the next 15-minute candle at 7:45 and see something happening right here. So you see the 15-minute candle, how it came in there at 7:15. Impulse break. So that's a 15-minute impulse break candle closed. It opened blue, blue, blue on the 15-minute, but didn't do its job to fill its 15-minute high wick. It got rejected, and now it's coming down, back down here, and it's going to close in about 90 seconds. So we got to wait and see how the bar closes in the next 90 seconds. And I'm watching it on the 5 minutes. And guys, thank you. We almost have 400 viewers. If you guys can hit the like button, we can get more reach on YouTube, and we can find more traders around the world. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help the channel, and it helps us get motivated to continue to be here and continue to trade and educate with you guys. I'll get to NASDAQ in just in a little bit, right? We're going to have a 3-hour session today. So we're watching gold. I want to see how it moves into 8 a.m. and 8:20 is COMEX market open. So it's the commodities exchange will open up over the weekend, and it opens at 8:20 a.m. Eastern every day and closes at 1:30 p.m. Eastern every day, Monday to Friday. Okay, so that's coming up, and we don't have any news at around 8:30 today. Big news is this Friday, NFP. So this is our morning. We don't have much news. Only at 10 a.m. we do have the ISM manufacturing, okay? But that will be near the end of the call. Country cousin Dale, welcome. Welcome, guys. And then we got some news at 7 a.m. So coming from the Iran army, continued Israel attacks on Lebanon are not tolerable. Japan's prime minister. I had a phone call with Iran's president. What else we got? Samuel, welcome. Good morning. Okay, so we're still barcoding, still sideways. Blue, black, blue, black, blue. New 15-minute candles opened. And continuing this consolidation range. We have World Cup starting soon. I'll be going to the Panama-Ghana game. June 16. Montreal got eliminated from the hockey playoffs. Their offense just for the last 3 games was non-existent. They struggled. They need to get some veterans on that team. They're a very young team. So there's plenty of years to come on that team, but they need some big scorers on the team. Some old guys with some experience maybe want to come and play with those young kids now in Montreal. And the NBA Finals this week, San Antonio versus New York Knicks. I don't think anyone can stop Wemby right now. So I think San Antonio is going to win the NBA Finals. Bruce, welcome. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Okay, so this volume on the 5 minutes, this is horrible volume. Okay, this sucks. This is what barcoding is. It's just moving up, back down, up, back down, up, back down, up. Okay. Alex, how would gold be affected if a full-blown war happens in Iran? Well, what do you think? Just think about it. If a full-blown war, anywhere around the world, if a full-blown out war will happen, what do you think, what do you speculate will happen to gold? Gold will sell or gold will go higher? Will it be bullish or bearish? What do you think? Anybody on the call? If a full-blown war happens, whether it's in Iran or anywhere around the world, what would happen to a metal asset? Probably go higher. It wouldn't possibly go down unless if it goes down, could be manipulated on its way down to get some liquidity and then move up. Why would gold go up? Because countries would probably be maybe selling US dollars to buy precious metals because they hold value in uncertain times if there's war, right? So it doesn't always have to happen, but if I was a betting man and you asked me that question, if there was a full-blown war, which you asked me, what would happen to gold? I would say gold has a high probability it would continue to be bullish, and there would be a lot of buying of gold and a lot of selling of the US dollar. Okay, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying if you look at the history, whenever there is full-blown wars, look at the price of gold, right? And that's how you can analyze. That's how you can backtest. You can look at previous wars and look at the price of gold. Did it go down or did it go up? And then that can start to give you your answer, right? Okay, so look now, black, blue, black, came back up in there, pushed back down. Now we have a bearish ignited candle coming down. So we want to see again, it could be an impulse break back below 45.05. It could close below. It could come down, grab liquidity, get a wick going back up. This is sideways trading action. Both buyers and sellers are getting frustrated up here. On the lower time frame, if you're a daily trader, you're not really concerned as to what's going on at this 45.10, 45.05 area. If you're a 4-hour trader, okay, you can see these are 4-hour candles. So we were bearish coming down, bearish 4-hour, bearish 4-hour, bearish 4-hour, and then now it's a bullish 4-hour candle opening at 6 a.m. with an ignited body coming back up, but you see they're rejecting it back down. Okay, and this 4-hour candle is closing in 2 hours, 2+ hours, 2 hours and 8 minutes. So this might close back up blue above here, and the next 4-hour candle could potentially be blue. But if they reject this down, then we could see maybe the next 4-hour candle come back down and take a low of the day, and it's got a lot of room to continue to come back down, right? So this is the struggle. And look at the 4-hour candles. Here they were consolidating before. Black, blue, black, and then it decided to go back down, and then it came back up here. Look at the same range. See what I mean? When you figure out a consolidated range on any time frame, See how the volume revisits it? This is 4-hour candles. I'm not a 4-hour trader, but this is the same shit that's happening on the 5 minutes. Look at it. It was black, blue, black, and then it dropped. And then it came back up with the big blue candle, blue inside the box again, black, blue, and then they broke it back out. And then look at where we're trading right now. Again, the last 4-hour candle was black, and this one is blue. So we're back in here. So it's still consolidating on all time frames, whether you're a 4-hour trader or you're a 5-minute trader. 5-minute candles are doing the same thing in here. Look, they were blue, black. There was that little drop, came back in blue, and then the same thing, black, blue, black, blue, black, right inside here. See, some of you guys I see are asking me because maybe there could be a war coming soon, and maybe you want to buy gold before and then be part of it, and maybe if it goes up. See, I don't trade like that. I wait. If there is a war, whatever happens, okay, then I watch and see how gold reacts to it. And then I look for my confirmed entries, okay? I let the market move how it wants to move, and then I will trade after. I'll figure out where a big bullish candle closes. Is it a structural candle? Is it a news candle? Can I figure out point of control? Can I wait patiently for a few bars later to get a retest, to get a pullback? That's how I trade. I don't kind of predict whether there's going to be a war or not and what's going to happen to gold, because there's manipulation involved. Even if I had everything correct, yes, we all think if there's going to be a war, gold has to go up. So let's buy today and let's wait for a war to happen and then we make some money. No, I don't trade like that. Your best trading will be reacting after a move. Let the moves happen and then do your analysis and wait patiently with the pending orders. And you will find your trading will be much better. Someone said if there's a war, countries could be selling gold to fund the war. Yeah, you're absolutely correct as well. Some countries will sell. Maybe they've been hoarding gold and now they're in the money, and then now there's a war and then they need to fund your war, right? And they have gold bars. So yeah, they might be the ones selling to the people that are buying, right? For every buyer, there needs to be a seller. That's how a transaction happens. Okay. Gold is not just floating around in thin air. If I want to buy gold, someone has to sell it to me. If I want to sell gold right now, someone needs to buy it from me. That's how trading works. Okay, so now we're moving down. So to all the buyers, like so far we have that hourly resistance. Okay, so you can still see the 5-minute candles did not close bullish above. Now we're coming back down going into 8 a.m. in 3 minutes. So when I look at the hourly, remember that big bullish candle came all the way through there into that point of control of this, and it's rejected back down. So it might lose its blue volume and then continue to, maybe next candle will be down black. Okay, then we can maybe entertain selling that 45.05. So the SST signal, this was our Discord signal. And then just to let you guys know, we have a new hourly candle opening in 2.5 minutes. And you guys know momentum can change in the markets quickly with a new hourly candle. It could show us that it wants to come down, and new hourly candle opens and is blue. But what I do is I'll wait for the candle to close. Guys, thank you. 500 viewers. We appreciate you guys. Hit the likes, subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we can get to 800 today. 97,800. That's another 15, 16 more subs. Well, we appreciate it, guys. Okay, so 30 seconds going to the close, and then we're going into a new hourly candle, 8 a.m. And in this hourly candle, reminder, 8:20 is COMEX market open. 8:30 is normally North American news. We don't have anything today. So let's just see how the new hour opens. So we didn't get that push to close below 45.05. Okay, the only reason I have that up here is because that's where we're looking for a sell below 45.05. Okay, give or take a little bit, but still above it. So if this candle comes back down black and breaks, it's an impulse, right? It's an impulse breaking that sell idea area, and it could come down and it could come back up. Or we can wait for a black candle to close back below it, and then we look for a retest. Every single situation when you're trading is potentially going to be an impulse trade, right? It's an impulse if you make it an impulse trade. The candle is going to do what it wants to do. You're the one that's trading it, not the candle. The candle is going up, it'll go down, it'll come back up. It might go down and close, but you have to react after the candle does its open, high, low, close. Otherwise, you have no idea how high it could go, how low it could go, or where it could close. So that's the difficulty of trading on an impulse. So just tell yourself, if you don't want to trade like that, then wait for the body to close on all time frames, on whatever time frame you're trading. Because you might see you're a 4-hour trader, you're looking for a swing trade. The 4-hour candle is doing an impulse, but there's still maybe 2.5 hours to go on it. So that you have to wait 2.5 hours for that particular 4-hour candle to close. Otherwise, whatever trade you take on it, it's an impulse trade. And then don't be upset later if it doesn't work out for you. Okay, so you see it came up blue, 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 got rejected at 50%, and now pushing down. So this is now an impulse, okay? I can take it right now, but then I know it could come right back up, close above, and then it could be blue. And then I'm saying to myself, well, why did I take the impulse? Okay, and then there's other situations like this that I haven't taken, and then it's just coming down black. And then I say to myself, well, why didn't I take it? Like, figure it out, but like make up your mind, do what you want with the candle. Did it do what you wanted it to do? It came up, got rejected, short wick. Those are the situations what I look for. Okay, but in this situation, I'm waiting for the full body to close in 2.5 minutes. So I know I'm missing out on some pips just running down. But sometimes I don't pip and dip on these calls, and then it goes down 10, 20, 30 pips. How many times have we seen that on these calls? And then I'm not pipping and dipping because some of you guys don't understand that concept. Then it comes right back up, and then it's back up here. So I know how to scalp, but I'm not going to do it on this call. Because I know some of you guys do not understand leverage, do not understand your risk management, and then I hold myself accountable for you guys. So I'll hold myself accountable by waiting for this candle to close. And then after that, if I do take a trade, at least I have a confirmation that some volume closed. And then I can sleep at night peacefully. We all know leverage. I don't think so. We've seen okay, then if you know leverage, then tell me, why do most YouTubers on these calls blow their accounts on one 5-minute candle where the range is about 50 pips? Answer me that. Maybe you should start your own YouTube channel and see how it is. Okay, like right there. That candle came, look at impulse, 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 and then it turned blue. Okay, so that was an impulse. Now look at it, turned back up bullish. So if we went in on an impulse, this is where I do my analysis. Yeah, you were in the money. It dropped 16 pips. Did you pip and dip? Probably not. And now it's coming back up bullish and you're in drawdown and you're saying, what the hell happened? Well, you went on impulse. What do you want me to tell you? That's why I said I'm not going in on impulse, even if it was a big black candle coming down. That's the things that you got to give and take. Now look at it. It came right back down. Let's see the close now. Okay, so you see how it's fighting now, the buyers and sellers, right at that 45.05. Here's the close. Okay, so it closed blue. See how it flipped and closed blue. So the next candle opened bullish ignited with that little flip. So we're going to see if it can continue to fill that wick and come back up. So that was a impulse fake. No sellers closed it. It did come down there, but did not close below there. Okay, so you still see I'm still waiting. So I never took that sell. And then this is where we get. So, well, it says, well, Ron, the Discord said sell at 45.05. Yes, but you have to use some discretion, right? Yeah, there's going to be traders in our group who took that sell right there, and they're in drawdown. And then there's going to be others who are still waiting and not in drawdown. And this can go up and put you in further drawdown or potentially hit your stop loss. And you're going to be like, what the hell happened? Well, you saw right there, you had an option to take that impulse or not. I had that option and I didn't take it. This is trading, guys. That's how you're going to have to understand how trading really works. Okay. No signal you get is going to work all the time. Doesn't matter who you're getting your signals with. If you're even getting your signals from the trading floor in Wall Street, it doesn't matter. If Einstein calls me, you know, that old white guy that looks like Einstein on Wall Street, if he calls me and says, Ron, sell NVIDIA here at 225, I'll be like, okay, thank you. And then I just go in blindly, and then it goes up to back to all-time high, 235, 245, 250. And then I call him and say, what the hell was that? What type of signal was that you just gave me? He'll be like, well, why did you go in? I'm like, you told me to sell. He's like, are you stupid? Like, why would you go in blindly when I just tell you to sell? Well, I'm going to be like, you're the expert. You told me to sell. He's going to be like, well, I didn't tell you to sell. You got to watch for your analysis. Watch what happens at that level. I'll be like, oh, you didn't tell me that. I love the guys on YouTube. Hi, sir. I'm from India. Please give trade. Okay, just because you're from India, I'm going to rush to give you a trade. Only for the Indians, no one else. You guys are silly, man. Yeah, you got to go. There's an Indian Guru channel for all the Indians out there. There's a YouTube channel called the Indian Guru. I recommend all of our Indian friends subscribe to that channel and follow the Indian Guru. Sure, you don't have to apologize. As an Indian, I apologize. No, but there is an Indian guru, the Gujarati guru. He will tell you blindly, buy and sell. To all of our Indian traders out there, and there's a lot of you guys, we need to learn patience, okay? Patience. Relax. You guys are the most strung out individuals I've ever seen. Do you guys not have weed in India? Do you guys have weed in India? We need to get you some marijuana in India. I promise you guys will be more laid back. You guys are some of the most impatient people I've ever seen in my entire life. You guys need to smoke more weed. A lot of you Indians live here in Canada. We have legal weed. Go to the local store and buy some weed to all my Indians that live in Canada. Okay, it's not illegal here now. You guys have a lot of weed you can smoke. I promise you. You smoke some weed, you're going to be waiting for candles to close. You won't be impatient traders anymore. You won't be trading on impulse. You're just going to be hitting that joint and then waiting. Okay? That's advice. Trading advice to all the Indians out there. Smoke some weed. Relax, guys. Okay? See, the candle came up, blue, blue, blue. Came into the red zone, got rejected again. So let's see if the sellers continue push us down. Indians love cannabis and ganja. Okay, so see, so far it's still invalid, this location. I'm looking for a sell down there, but it's not there, okay? So it's showing me that the buyers are pushing the market back up, and they might even close it above here and continue to push it forward up bullish. Okay, then maybe we have to avoid that sell signal. Maybe we have to switch bias and maybe go bullish, okay? But in 10 more minutes, it's going to be COMEX market open, and that's where we could see some manipulation, right? So again, let's just continue to watch it, wait out. It's still back into this blue, black, blue, black, blue, black, blue area. I hate trading this type of volume. Oh my God. I hate when the sessions are like this too on YouTube, because then I get harassed to take trades where I don't want to trade. So I hate this. I hate this. I hate trading this, and I hate being on YouTube when the volume does this. I absolutely hate it. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Whatever you guys want to do in here, whether you want to buy or sell, go ahead. Just use proper risk management, okay? I'm not taking a trade right now. Let's see how NASDAQ is moving. Okay, so NASDAQ. I will do a top down on NASDAQ coming up very, very soon. It broke new all-time high up here, 30,550. New all-time high for NASDAQ. We'll come back in a moment on that. We'll just watch gold, how we're going into COMEX. US 30 had a good sell? Yep. I love trading US 30. It might be cleaner than gold. Okay, so that was the impulse. It came black, 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 you guys saw, then it flipped back up and closed blue. So if you took that sell there, see how you can be in drawdown right now, okay? And then there's other traders like myself who never took that because I was waiting for it closed, then it closed bullish, and I'm still waiting because it's back in that consolidated range. And then it came back into that red zone, and now they're pushing it down with 6 minutes to go into COMEX. Now look at that candle, okay? So they trapped those buyers. Now it's coming down. So this could be, do you want to enter on this or do you wait for 1 minute close? Now there's context. It came all the way back up in there and now it's coming down heavy. So that could be a impulse candle that you maybe want to trade, or we wait for it to close. And we have to know that we're going into 5 minutes into COMEX. Okay, so let's see now. Where will it close? Above or below that red line, 45.05. And look at the size of the wicks, because the next candle could open ignited and continue push down. We flipped the hourly candle now. Okay, so you see now we're pushing down. Get ready. 30 seconds go. It created a new low. Okay, where will it close now? So you see how that big hourly red zone is still holding up. 20 seconds to go. And prepare for volatility come COMEX, just so you guys know. Here's the close. So it did close below. So if it comes to retest, we got to wait for that retest at 45.05 now. Okay, but this is a low wick. Look, if it just gets rejected, it could fill that wick and continue drop without even retesting. There's the shooting star candle. So should you go in or do we wait for the retest? Okay, this is the difficult situation, but you got to understand the price action. Okay, it's got that short wick came down. Are you waiting? Now it's coming back up blue. Will it come to retest this location right over here? Like as a zone here to be red to get that retest, or will it not and just continue to push down? Okay, so I still see there's a little bit of a blue body there. Okay, so it's coming back in. Will it retest this? That wick is right there, just below it. Okay, so now it's coming in. This is the actual retest. Okay, so it's a big black candle did close below, and now it's coming out blue to retest. So will it get rejected and push back down? We've got 3.5 minutes to go before we go into COMEX. It could come back up blue and close below here, above here, and then be COMEX opening up blue, and this could be a fake out. Okay. There's some news from U.S. CENTCOM over here. U.S. forces intercepted 2 Iranian ballistic missiles last night, targeting American forces based in Kuwait. Wow. I thought we're talking about a ceasefire or a peace plan, but we still have ongoing fighting. So don't think we're going to have a peace anytime soon if this continues. Okay, so it came in there again, got rejected. Let's see if the candle will flip. 2.5 minutes to go into COMEX. Just a reminder, in 2 minutes, COMEX exchange is opening up at 8:20. We don't have any 8:30 news, so just COMEX open to worry about. And that's going to have a little bit of volatility, all right? So trade careful, whether you're in a trade or not. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, see the volatility now? Did you see how it just dropped? Holy, okay. So we're going to get volatility now coming in. Okay, if you're already in on that retest, you're in. I'm not. I'm waiting. That just came up and just dropped, okay? That was very volatile. But maybe some of you guys are in. If you're not, again, just waiting for the bar to close. But you see how now the volatility changes? Did you see that candle? And watch the momentum of the COMEX market open as well. You might see a gap down candle. You might see a blue candle come up, get rejected quickly. Let's see here. 38 seconds to go. Some of you guys could be already in a sell. Okay, that's fine. I'm not. Maybe you are. But you got closing price. It came out blue, blue, blue. We have the rejection. So we could continue to see further pushing down when this body closes in 20 seconds. And here's COMEX market open. So it came back up blue, blue. It came back up the wick, blue. So we have that indecision candle. Okay, open bearish ignited, just opening with not even a wick to just come back. Man, I wanted to sell this candle, but it just happened so fast, okay? So I got to wait for a pullback at least. Otherwise, I got to sell the lowest point. Okay, so there's a wick coming back up. We're at 4,500 psychological area. Back at to this supporting area. Okay, so it's holding support of that 4,500 now. You're in. What's your TP? Whatever you want, whenever you're happy. Okay. But if you break 44.95, that's a daily point of interest, and that's your lowest point of the day is 44.90. You do what you want. Like if you don't know where to take a TP, you got to do some type of analysis. You can't just guess in trading. Just because you go in a trade, you should still know your exit strategy. What are you aiming for? Everyone's got different objectives in trading, different daily goals. I don't know. If I tell you aim for the here and you get that, and then maybe some other trader wants gold to drop for next week. I don't know what your objectives are. Trade where you're happy. Because sometimes I get out after 50 pips and then you guys say that's nothing. Why didn't you hold? I don't know. For me, maybe that's my daily goal. Who knows? Have rules when you're trading in profit. That's it. Yeah, trail your stop loss behind, go to a break even, trim, take out some partials. Everyone is different. There's no cookie cutter approach as to what to do. Okay, look at the wick now. Came down. Let's watch the close of this candle. This is volatility now from COMEX. Okay, so it opened bearish, ignited, and just dropped. Made that new low, coming back up. Let's see, will it come flip the candle, come back, retest this? Will it still hold its ignited head? Maybe some of you guys pipped and dipped out of that move. Maybe some of you guys did not. Okay, every trader is different. I understand that. That's why I don't like giving TPs or this or that. Everyone's different. Do your thing. Some traders are just happy with a drop that moves 70 pips and they're out. Some other traders are looking for 700 pips. Everyone is different. If you got to know what to do yourself. When I'm in a trade, I don't ask others for where I should take my TP. I know where I should take my TP. Same with you. You guys shouldn't ask others. 30 seconds going to close. We got a hanging man candle. Remember, it hasn't turned blue. Okay, let's see now. Now it's coming right back to the opening price. After 4 minutes where it was dropping down, now it's coming back up. It's still holding its opening price bearish. That ignited head has not flipped blue yet. Okay, so that could be a hanging man candle and still wants to continue to push down. So see there, it did not flip blue. Let's see now the next candle. Okay, blue ignited. Let's see if it comes up or if they reject it quickly. Okay, it's blue ignited coming up. They rejected it right there. Okay, I'm going to sell. I'm going to go in now. Now, stop loss placement, okay? So, and I want to target to fill that wick and drop somewhere down there. But stop loss, okay? So I'm just going to place it above the hourly, above this zone. And I'm going to see if we can drop down to the lowest point of the day for a reward, okay? So I'm going to test out this sell and see if it can continue to push with some lower highs and push down on here. My stop loss is just above the hourly resistance, above this zone up here. So it's retesting this 4505. I'm going to see it get pushed back down. What's this meme coin's name? This meme coin is called gold. It's a shit coin. When it trades like this, it is a shit coin. I've seen meme coins trade better than this. Gold has turned into a shit coin. Remember a couple of months back how clean it used to trade during the Tokyo sessions, during these New York sessions? Now it's just a shit show. It's turned into a meme coin. Fart coin trades better, more technical than gold right now. You don't have to leverage. You don't have to risk a lot. If you get stopped out, you look for another trade. It's not the end of the world. But it's gotten really bad. Really, really, really choppy. I hope it doesn't trade like this all summer, because that's going to spoil the summer. But just lower your risk. That's it. Okay, so one more minute to go. Less than a minute for this candle to close. Can we get that volume below that 45.05? Below that red resistance? Maybe we'll push back down with another black candle. But if it closes above, unfortunately, then 45.05 turns to support, and then we could get some more blue volume, and then I'm going to get taken out of this trade. And then we're going into 8:30 as well. New 30-minute candle. Okay, so it closed right at the zone. It opened bearish ignited. Okay, so we're coming into a blue candle. So don't be surprised if it catches a wick and comes back up and then fills that. So we have the black candle right at that 45.05 opening up at 8:30. Can we get that bearish volume continuing to come down? Well, I want to barcode down into this lower zone where it's black, blue, black, maybe blue, and then can get that further drop coming down. Okay, so it's coming down, but it's got a job to do. Okay, it opened properly. It's got to fill that wick and continue to target the yellow line 44.95. That's a daily point of interest. But on the 5 minutes, it's struggling right here at 4,500, this psychological number. So we've got buyers buying at 4,500 all day, every day. Okay, it's a psychological number. But the sellers, can we continue come down? So yeah, it went into drawdown on that candle. Okay, but then it got rejected right at that 45 and open bearish ignited. So I'm getting the push that I want, but I want to get the closure. The closure is more important than the push. Okay. So is it going to fill that wick completely and produce a new lower low? Okay, so far it's like equal right there. It's a higher low. Can we get that push down and break that? Because if it holds here, then be ready for a blue candle to come back up. This could be a nice bar. If it can close below here, then we can figure out the halfway point and to see if we can continue push down with this. Okay. I went in a little early on that one candle. Yeah, it woulda, shoulda, coulda. If I waited, would I have entered on that? I don't know. But I entered here. My stop loss was above the hourly. Okay, I went into drawdown. I'm still not convinced with this trade yet until we get closing volume, because I know it could just get a wick, come back up, and then I'm in drawdown again. So you see those equal lows right there. Okay, I don't like those. I know the implications of what happens now with those. So far the 5 minute support equal lows is just above the daily point of interest, where the buyers are protecting that from breaking down. Okay, so this candle now is half exhausted, 2.5 minutes. So it opened bearish ignited and just dropped down there. Now it's coming back up with buyers. So where are we going to close? Will this black volume engulf that blue one, close back down here, fill those wicks? Or is it going to close here and we're barcoding here? Black, blue, just like we were doing up here. Now they've moved it down into here. That's why it's so important where the bodies close. You see how the volatility has really opened up since COMEX, 820, 825, and 830. Just the last 10 minutes. See the size of the candles, see the range of the candles. They're much larger in volume. There's a lot of whipsaw action. And we got 90 seconds to go into the close. Okay, so the sellers now are still pushing it down. I'd like to close below these bodies, but if we can close below those, that's better. If we can create a new low and close below there, that's the best situation. But let's see what we get in the last 60 seconds. And we're right trading at 4,500, that psychological number where it's fighting between sellers and buyers here. "30 seconds to go." We got to watch the full candle, especially the last 30 seconds, tell you clues as how or where it's going to close and how the next candle could open and continue with the momentum, okay? So it's very important we watch this last 30 seconds. We might close right at 4,500 on the dot. Here's the close. Right there. Okay, so it closed below there. So if I'm just dragging down to represent 50% of that black candle, like a kind of to see if it will come back in and still stay below it. Okay, I just dragged it down. Barcoding. We are barcoding. Black, blue, black, blue. Just this entire session has just been barcoding. We're not getting a nice structural candle. If we had that big, if that was a big, nice black candle, maybe closing below this yellow line, we could have figured out the point of control of that. Maybe if it came up, then we would have had something more to work with. Right now, it's just buyers are here, sellers are here. It's holding at this 4,500. Could easily go back up. It could go back down. We're trading a shitcoin right now. Okay, so we've retested about 50%. See the red line? Rejection. That's good. Now we want to flip that blue volume and turn it into a bearish pin bar shooting star, and then see if we can continue to fill those equal low wicks and break it down to get down to that daily point of interest of 4495. Okay, there's the flip. Nice. Okay, so you see how it came out blue, 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 right up to 50%, rejected, and now the candle turned to that shooting star. So let's see if the candle now can do its job and continue to fill those wicks. We don't want a triple equal low. We want a new lower low, right? And then we have to pay attention to this yellow line because that's a daily point of interest, 4495 if we can get down there. And this purple line is the lowest point of the day. So we're getting to this territory where it's not easy to break all of this structure down here in a sell. But we got the candle we were looking for, came up blue, 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 rejected, and pushing down with 2.5 minutes to go. So let's see if we can continue to bid down 4497, 4496, and get it down to 4495. So volatility now. See the candle flip blue, retested that again. It's got a rejection, could be blue, barcoding again. Yeah, it's a shit coin. Man, I thought there would be a little bit better volume. Okay, so we got to close in 15 seconds. Still in this barcoding area, it's retested, still holding, but now there's blue volume in the candle. So next candle could open blue and continue to come back up. Yeah, so close strong. So short wick, open bullish ignited, popped, can continue to drive up to here, okay? Unless the sellers are here to bring it right back down. Can we barcode down in here? Black, black, blue, come back down black. It's barcode city. It's barcode city, this entire call. Forex, welcome. Maybe you can help change the volume here. This is barcode city. You're waiting for the orb. We were well in before the orb. And now we're watching this shit. Gold has turned into a shit coin over here. I've seen fart coin trade better technically than this. Okay, so we need a black candle to close below right here, below this, 4,500, below these bodies. Okay, because we had the wicks that broke, we got the equal lows, but we need a nice black candle on the 5 minutes to close below these bodies. Okay, because that could take us further down. If we don't get it, then, but unfortunately we got higher lows, and higher lows. We're going to have continuing pending buyers, you know, disrupting this flow of volume and continue to consolidate it sideways and barcode it. We really need a black structural candle to close below this so that we can fill these wicks easily and continue to drop down. So this candle's got 2 more minutes to go, long time. It could flip right back up blue, but let's see if they redistribute the volume with this bar. Our hourly candle is bearish, and we've got about 18 minutes to go before this candle closes. Maybe we can see the hourly candle open up, be a little bit more bearish, but more so, I want to see this 5-minute candle close below 4,500. I'd like to make 4,500 the resistance going forward, because right now it's acting as the support. Again, you see that wick, equal lows. That's what's preventing us from breaking down right now. upcoming news, not much upcoming news today. Oh, at 9:30, we've 9:45. We have final manufacturing. 10 a.m. ISM manufacturing. So we're an hour and 20 minutes away from that news. We don't have any news today at 8:30. Okay, so candle completely flipped. Bullish. Too much support down here now at 45, just below 4,500. Too much support down there. So big bullish candle coming back up, closes above here, turns support. I'm potentially going to get stopped out of this trade. And you can see it's not breaking below the 44.97, the 4,500 area as of yet right now. Too much strong buying momentum down there. And we can't break it at this moment. It came down there multiple times, had opportunities to break, but you guys seen that the buyers are strong down there. Okay, so closed above here. This could be now the support coming through, back down. Here could be the support. My stop loss is just above here, guys. 45.11. I'll verbally tell you as soon as I get stopped out. There's lots of volatility up here. Black candle got rejected. Yeah, there's news. Yeah. It's got some volatility right now. It's turned into a shooting star candle. Yeah. This is crazy. I'm still in this, still holding it. This is gold for you. you're right, guys. This is gold. Like, doesn't surprise me. If you guys trade gold, shouldn't surprise you either. But this is what it is. Holy, gold sucks. What's NASDAQ or US 30 doing? I should have just stayed in bed instead of trading this shit. We should have turned it into a post-New York session. Wake up for this stuff? It's giving me a big headache watching this. Yeah, so it got rejected at that hourly. This is the candle that I was looking for. It was bearish, shooting star, needed close below there to continue that. As soon as I see this is turning support and coming back up, probably next candle, if it closes like this, it's going to be blue, 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 fill that wick, and then I'm getting stopped out. Unless some sellers can come in right now near the close of this candle and get it back below there, I don't have much hope in this. I don't know if I'm going to continue to stay alive in this thing, but we'll see how this candle closes. But just for stop losses, guys, that's why I place my stop loss above that hourly resistance, and I'm still in it in drawdown, which is not good, right? Obviously, when you want to take a trade, you don't want to be in drawdown, but it's tough to trade this thing. Even buyers are in drawdown, sellers are in drawdown, and it's a complete just sideways shit show altogether. Okay, so it closed above, didn't close below there. So I gotta get an ignited candle pushing back down to get it back down there. But if this creates the support, then this bullish candle has inverted that block, and it could be support to come right back up into here and then break out. And I no longer want to be in this trade, because then after that, if it closes above here, could turn this huge block above us into support, and then gold could be bullish to reclaim back up to here. So, you know, I'm just hanging on by a thread, but I don't have much hope in this. See now how it's holding as the support here? That's what I don't want, because then it can curl right back up and fill that. So I need this, like right now, going into 9 a.m., I need a black bar to continue to come down here, close below this so I can flip it red to go into 9 a.m., get back into break even, and then maybe see if they can break it down. Because right now, it looks like higher low support is being created. So holding, now filling. So can it fill that big wick, backfill it? And then you can see essentially I will be taken out of the trade. I'm so excited to do NASDAQ. Oh man, I want to look at gold the rest of the day. They're just playing with buyers and sellers right now. Gold's just playing with both sides. It's taking both sides for a ride right now. Okay, we got some news coming out. A giant ship flying the Panama flag explodes in Iraqi territorial waters. Wow. Iran were to ensure Japan ships passage via Hormuz with greater ease. Sirens warn of hostile aircraft inflation in the north. So, what is that from Al Arabiya sources? A giant ship flying the Panama flag explodes in Iraqi territorial waters. Oh, I don't know what the hell's going on down there in the Middle East, but man. Okay, this candle's closing now in 1 minute, and you still see this green 4505 is holding as the support. Can we get it below? That's where our sell signal was, right? So we can use this static again. If the volume comes back below there, we can use this as a static sell signal. But right now, the volume is above, so it's support. So you see how I'm in the drawdown right now. Let's see when the body closes, last 30 seconds. Can we get it back below here? Close, flip it red, maybe come back up, then reject, come back down, and see if I can get back down to 4,500 and get back down to break even, and we get back down to that psychological number, and maybe break down at 9 a.m. with higher time frame, hourly volume coming in the market. Nope, did not close below, so still holding support. Bullish ignited candle, opening up again. Okay, so we got to reject this thing quickly. Reject it, because if we don't, continues to refuel itself and then come back up blue, blue, blue. So we want to reject it quickly because this has a short wick. Maybe we can break and start to get down, back down in here. So you see how I'm getting another alert for the XAUUSD 5-minute crossing the horizontal rate, because I have an alert there. You see, it doesn't expire. So it's a static line. So this is going to give me an alert throughout the day looking for how the volume trades above or below 4505, right? I'm already in the trade, but if I want to add a position now or later, I trade off of these all day. This is what we got with the SST signal over here. They've already secured 70%, took out some money. I didn't, right? So continuing to watch it in drawdown. But if you want to learn a little bit about why I place my stop loss above there and I'm not taken out, is because I'm above the hourly red zone, right? So I'm still in, not the desired outcome I want, but we've got to see. Maybe if it gets back down here, then we're going to have the full breakdown. Sometimes they got to come up, get all those pending orders out of there, get the volume, get the volatility, get that liquidity, and then steer the market in the next direction. But it could also play games again, come down here and go back up, and I wouldn't doubt that the way how it's been trading all morning. Okay, but I know that gold is not going to trade in here all day. It's been here for the past 2 hours, but maybe this afternoon it's going to go up here. Or we get the real continued selling pressure coming in. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope we can get that. Okay, so I'm right back now to break even, which is not what I want out of this trade, but some traders go through, they're in profit a little bit, they go and draw down, they come back to break even, they've had enough of the trade, and they close it out at break even and go out for a smoke and come back. Some traders do that. Just avoid all this stress, get out. You didn't make any money, you didn't lose any money, you lost some time, you lost some hair, you got stressed out. You can close the trade right now and regroup, come back, or we watch and see how it closes. You guys know what we got to do. We got to close below. I've been telling you this entire call, below these two bodies, 4,500. And then we can fill those equal low wicks and really break down. But we have to watch what happens at this daily yellow line, because that's a daily point of interest, 4495, because that's protecting the lowest point of the day, 4490. But we could flip today's daily bearish candle and break down. So if we're targeting below the purple line, we got to measure over here. Remember that big, massive uptrend, yellow to purple line? I could cut it right in half, or I could go right back here. See where there was a wick support, 4466. Could come right into here. Yeah, 4475. There's a wick, 4475 bodies. I like that area. Again, look at all these wicks down here. Holy shit. We got a wick, equal lows, a wick, and another higher low. My goodness. This is disgusting. And we're going into 9 a.m. So you can take a look at the hourly candle. And you guys know, look at 4 hours, like right there, a wick right there, a wick right there, a wick we just had right now that you guys saw. I almost got stopped out, but I'm still in. So this hourly volume is closing in 40 seconds. Are we going to get another hourly candle be bearish pushing down? We have it coming down, going up, coming back down. It's a sideways shit show on the hourly as well. Gold sucks. Let's trade fart coin. We'll get more pips off fart coin. This sucks. Holy fuck. Okay, so it closed. Are we back below the sell signal? Yes. So we can continue to make that red, stretch it into the future in case we come back in, which could be a high probability. And are we going to continue to push down bearish? You guys know what we got to do. Close below there. It could be setting itself up for like a little minor 5-minute double bottom. One bottom, there's the neckline. Second bottom coming back up into here, right? But it could come in here and get rejected back down. Okay, good push down. My God, I just want to see a black candle just fill through here. Yeah, let's switch to meme coins. Maybe a good idea. Maybe we do that. Gold has turned into a meme coin this session. Like, so this is 9 a.m. New hourly candle. See, so this is a new hourly candle that just opened. Came back up. We're still below there. Can we get some hourly pressure to just push down, fill these measly wicks right here, break this 4497 and start really dropping? And see if we can take out this daily point of interest, maybe the lowest point of the day. And reward us for waiting in all this shitty volume here. Come on. We need sellers to start bidding right here at 4497. I'll do NASDAQ around 9:15, 9:20. I only need like 5 minutes to do NASDAQ top down. And then we'll watch NASDAQ in Wall Street. Right now we're stuck in this shit show right here. You like the 15-minute candle? What is a 15? 15s are still not doing much either. Like came down, closed bullish, it opened bearish, equal lows, came back up bullish. That's where it came up bullish right there. I almost got stopped out, came back down, did not fill that new low, closed right there, and coming back up, retested, could come down. So our 15-minute volume, yes, now has a high probability of filling those and continuing to drop. So let's get it now. Come on. This is what we need to do, is break and close below right here, 4,500. I want to make 4,500 as the resistance. We've made the 4,505 the resistance now. Now I want to make the 4,500 the resistance. Okay, so this could be a nice black candle pushing down, but you guys know there's a yellow line daily point of interest and our lowest point of the day, purple down there. So this could be our candle that right now, like cutting it in half, but we have 90 seconds to go. So really, can it bleed out now? But be prepared for volatility, come back up, right? Blue. Unless we open and really squeeze for this lowest point of the day. Come on. And waiting for this shit all morning. Fucking nasty wicks. My God. This shit is nasty. Holy. So just right near that yellow daily point and boom, just whipsawed right back up. It's nasty, guys. And we're right to 4,500 again. That's what I'm saying. Can we close below it? If it closes above it, we've created 4,500 support with a liquidity grab. Not looking good for a sell. But we created that new low. At least we broke those equal lows. But that volume, I'm telling you how important it is to close below 4,500, 4,000. Wow. This is disgusting, guys. You may see me punch my monitor. Just heads up, guys. In case you guys see that. You might see a monitor getting punched. Wow. Okay. So that's not what we wanted. It was a nice bearish candle. Everything looks good before it closes. Everything looks great before it closes. And then you saw it got with that whipsaw and came right back up and closed again, right at that 4,500. So we still did not close below those bodies right there. Look at it. Those bodies are exactly 4,500. So it's just grabbing liquidity. So now the double bottom is intact with a liquidity grab. So like, I don't like this when I'm in a sell like there. Like that's what we're potentially looking for to come back up, unless the sellers can push it down again and get it, that black volume, to close somewhere below there. So when we come back up to 4,500, it is now the solid resistance to let us continue to fill that wick and get down to there. Okay. Because I'm telling you guys, the double bottom is pronounced, right? They took some liquidity on that previous candle. There's the one bottom, you know, our neckline is right there. And then right there, if they fail, the sellers right now, let's see how it was coming down black, black, black. If it creates that second bottom, this is what we could be seeing. And then I'll be stopped out. Okay. So that's why I need the sellers now to step in and really push it away from those buyers that are buying that second bottom right there, or to get the closing volume below there. Guys, this is a hectic session, but this is what we need to aim to take out this daily point of interest or the lowest point of the day. Then we can get a big sell. Like then it will be worthwhile holding this and draw down and really get rewarded. But we have to move away from these double bottom buyers on this bar. Okay, because I showed you that pathway, what could happen, because they grabbed liquidity. But now the sellers are bidding it right back down that wick and doing their job to continue to break down for a new low. And can we finally get our volume to close below this level? But don't be surprised for another whipsaw wick coming back up. I'm being stubborn right now. Okay, guys, I'm being stubborn because this volume is making me being stubborn. I should have reduced my risk, should have maybe taken some out, but I have my full open order. I haven't done anything with it yet. It's just being stubborn. I'm being stubborn. Maybe I'm being stubborn due to this volume. I might be stubborn and punch my monitor. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll see. But it's right at this 4,500. Holy shit. Like the market is just absorbing all of these orders at 4,500. There's buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers. 2 more minutes to go. God, every time it comes down there, it's a black, nice candle, and then it just gets rejected back up. Man, I don't want to sit on this call all day with gold. I was hoping to be out because I want to do NASDAQ. I didn't think this trade would take this long to happen, but you see, like a scalp can turn into a hold, right? If you're not getting your pips that you want out of that, I didn't even measure how far down it went. About 50, 60 pips. Yeah, but the drawdown, it's just, I got stubborn. Now I'm holding this thing. So we got a lot of wicks to fill. Okay, this wick, that wick, that wick, that wick. But if that hourly selling pressure is continuing to come down, we fill these wicks, we can easily take out that daily point of interest, and then we're coming down to the lowest point of the day. And that would be a really nice breakdown there and reward the sellers who've been holding this bullshit for the past 2 hours here. And we move away from the buyers. Okay. Buyers' stop losses are all below this daily point of interest and below this lowest point of the day. All of the sellers, their stop losses are above this hourly, and it came up there, but you see we locked out, didn't swipe, didn't liquidity. Now it's coming to maybe take out the lowest liquidity. This is a good candle, okay? But I want to follow it to see if it's a structural candle because I can base so much analysis off of this. Okay, I know I should be taking out some, but I got stubborn on this. You guys do you, okay? Ron's being real stubborn right now. You guys do you. Oh, fuck, you guys do you, okay? Because this is really volatile. Let me analyze it for you guys. I'm in the money, but you guys do your thing, okay? Don't be stubborn like me. I'm doing this for you guys. Yeah, that's 160 pips, guys. 160 swiftly, my cargo, S cargo. Okay, remember that red line that I have down there, 4475. That red line is no joke. Okay, if it comes down 250 pips and you guys don't do anything down there, I'm gonna be really pissed off at you guys. That red line, if it gets there on the next candle or this candle, there's still 3 more minutes. Holy shit, this is volatility. Okay. This could be our structural candle, the one that took out the lowest point of the day. This one, if it closes anywhere like this, we got to get our Fibonacci tool, open, close, figure out where the halfway point is, figure our zone, because this could be the structural candle that we're looking for. Oh, fuck yeah. There it is. Okay, I'm going to break even. There's no playing games now. I'm going to take out 80% down there. I'm taking out 80%, 4475. Yep, I just got filled. Okay, so 80% is out. I'm at break even, but this could be our structural bar. We got rewarded on that, guys, for holding and drawdown. Holy shit, guys. Wow, that's a 300 pip drop. Okay, we took out this area from all the way back here on last Thursday. Okay, so that's why if we come back up blue, I want to find the structural candle. This thing, holy shit, still has 2 more minutes to go. Wow. Okay, I know it happened fast, guys, but I went to break even. I took out 80%. At 200 and I'm good, okay? But now let's see where this thing can close, okay? That's why I said don't play games at that red line, okay? You guys heard me. Don't play games there. I know someone will say, well, Ron, look at it. It's coming back down. Doesn't matter. This is, you got to look to the left of the chart. This was a strategic area over here. Don't play games with 250 or 300 pips. Make a mental note about that drawdown and where I placed my stop loss, just above that hourly, because I could have been tapped out and missed out on the big move. So that's for stop loss placement. All of you traders that say, Ron, where do I place my stop loss? Oh my God, that's too much, too big. Well, sometimes you got to understand where to place your stop loss to get a reward like that, okay? I know it was a rather big stop loss because some of you guys are not used to trading with 100 pip stop loss. But when we send out signals, they come out with a 200 pip stop loss for a 400 pip reward. So, you know, I risked 100 to make 250. That's a 1 to 2.5 on your 1 to 2.5. That's okay. Not great, but okay. Did I want it to go and draw down? No. I wanted it to break down there and do this black candle over here. But the market said it's not ready, then eventually did. So now let's follow this volume, okay? But that red line, I told you guys, do not play games. If you guys got greedy down there, that's not on me. Okay, so here's the close. Did it close below the lowest point of the day? Yes, okay? So if you're following the candle, follow. Let's look at what I'm doing. I'm going from the open to the close. That is a structural bar. It closed below all of the structure. So where's 50% right there? 4492. Where's the point of control zone? You guys know what I do. Right there, there it is, okay? So you see how I found now the point of control. So even if it comes up blue, 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 it could still come in here and go back down. If it comes up blue, 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 and we close above this, then this box turns green, inverted, then we could be coming on back up bullish, okay? So this is the point of control of that structural candle right there that we just had. Why? Someone's gonna ask me why. Because look at the volume, okay? It's 2 to 3 times bigger than all of the bullshit candles we had. Did it close below the lowest point of the day? Yes. So it closed below all of that structure. That's a point, that's a structural candle. That's how I identify the point of control. You just saw me do it live, okay? So this is not back testing. This is, you know, when sometimes we come and we say, oh, that's the candle you should, that's me doing it live for you, okay? This is all live. This is not back testing. But that's why I know how to identify what a structural candle is. And now we got breaking news, okay? So Iran stops message exchange with the U.S. in protest against Zionist crimes. So gold is, it came back up blue, 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 okay? I'm still in, I'm still invested. I have a 20% runner, right? So I would love if we continue to fill this wick at some point today without getting stopped out at break even and continue come down to the yellow line, 4555 down in here. That would be about 400, maybe 500 pips down there. Your daily goal should be met. If you're looking for more than 300, 400, 500 pips a day, I have no idea how to help you. Because my daily goal is sometimes 100 pips. But I trade a little bit larger sizing than most traders, so I understand. But let's see. Are we going to come back and retest the lowest point of the day, make it resistance, or right here? So we got some COMEX news over here from gold. COMEX gold delivery intentions breakdown from today. So the intent. Okay, so a formal notice of intention to deliver to the clearinghouse. When to expect it to be delivered. And gold is down 1% right now. So can we continue to push down with this? But there's a pullback happening, okay? So now let's see at the point of control if the sellers are still here to offer to these buyers. Guys, put a W in the chat if you survived with me on that. If you at least are at a break even. Did you scale out some profit? Did you understand how we encountered some drawdown, but we still got some profit out of it? So it worked out, but we were trading in a very, very choppy sideways environment. Was not good, but the outcome worked out. It could have been bad, right? But we stuck with it. We got the signal from SST over here. Look at it, guys, okay? So the signal was sent out at 7 a.m. Took a long time to develop. Thanks, shout outs to Dave over here that got us the signal early on. Kept us with the sell side bias. Dave sold right here at 4505. Took some profit out, but kept the runner. And hopefully you guys got some pips, okay? So that's how we use our signals. You guys saw I don't just trade blind with it. We waited, we saw some volume close below, some went above, where to place the stop loss, things like that. It's a learning, Okay, so it came up blue, 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 right up to the purple line now. So the purple line was the daily low support and now could be resistance. See how it did not come into our point of control zone. So it's still respecting now the purple line and sellers are there trying to push it down, right? So it's still bearish. I still have 20% running. I'm still invested. This is what I want to see. Yeah, my monitor deserves a hug now, not a punch. Yes. You see how quickly it changes from punching or breaking a monitor? Now we're hugging the monitor. That's trading. Trading will play with your emotions, guys. I'm telling you. Trading, especially this gold that we went through this morning. Imagine you're a beginner trader, right? And you're trading this. It's not your fault, right? It's not your fault. It's just very difficult, even someone with experience. This is very difficult to navigate. And then especially when you got guys on YouTube coming in and run, buy, sell, do I buy, do I sell? And look at what we just went through. So you see how difficult trading is to do live, educate. I was in the drawdown watching my trade, still staying with you guys. It's not easy. It's not easy. So if anyone is doing this live and providing you guys the analysis, the psychology behind it, show them some love, give them some respect, go on their channel, say thank you for what you're doing. It's not easy doing this, coming from a trader and a streamer myself. It's not easy to do this in front of an audience because they're always getting every single thing you do. It's always being, you're hearing some negative thing from somebody, right? Where are all the buyers now that said I was going to get stopped out? Where are you guys now? They've disappeared. But when I took the trade, when I went initially in drawdown, they were all saying, Ron, you're a shitty trade, shitty setup, shitty entry. You're going to get stopped out. Okay. But where are they now 300 pips later? They're gone, right? Why? Because they're all stopped out. That candle liquidated them. That's the candle I wanted. I thought it would come early, but the market didn't bring it down early, right? I thought right there, Colmex, it was lining up. And then 8:30, guys, when you review the trade, 8:30 brought it right back up. Hourly resistance held, and then they pushed it down. We have our structural candle still holding and breaking down. Now we're going, now we're driving, now we're filling, continuing to fill. Next target could be that big yellow line. That would be almost 500 pips. But from the red line to the yellow line, we can look back and see right there. See those equal highs right there, right there. If you want to know another spot, look right there. There's an equal high Wednesday at 825 Colmex right there. Colmex at 825. Then it came back up there again Wednesday at the daily open 1800. So that was resistance. There's the volume above it. So this red line 4466 or 65, that could be the next TP target. Yeah, look at it coming down. Right there. That's that next red line. And then that would be a total of 350 pips coming down right now. That could provide the momentary support where it comes back up. Unless we can close below this, then we're targeting the yellow daily point. Guys, please do what you want with the trade. Everyone should at least be at a daily goal. Okay? Right there. To that red line. 4465 on the dot. I'm going to close my entire trade out there because I want to do NASDAQ. Okay, so my trade is closed down there. Entire trade is done. I have nothing left. I still have some hair on my head. I still have my monitor I didn't punch out. And we're good to go. Okay, please, guys, you're on your own now, managing and watching this. Don't get greedy, okay? Listen to me. Don't be this guy that doesn't do anything and then in Wall Street comes back up blue like this. And then you're going to be the only one on this call saying, what the hell just happened? While all of us, we secured some money and we're going to go enjoy our Monday morning, okay? Guys, we had 600 viewers on YouTube. Please like the channel and subscribe, okay? We do appreciate you guys. Oh my God, it got up to 957. Guys, we're only 40 subs away from 98,000. Thank you guys so much. We were only targeting 800. I'm not sure where all these subs came from, but that's amazing, guys. Thank you guys so much. That was unexpected. We got to do NASDAQ quickly because we only have 6 more minutes to go into Wall Street. So let me do NASDAQ really quickly. Please, guys, manage the gold trade. I'm out entirely, okay? Gold. Or sorry, wow, what's going on with NASDAQ? NASDAQ is starting to drop down now, okay? So daily quickly. I'm going to do a top-down analysis very, very fast now, okay? Because we only have 5 minutes. So I know that this high is the all-time high today. Today's high is all-time high, 30,550. Okay, so do we have a zone right near it? Orange line bodies. Right there? Yes. Okay. Do I have another area, point of interest? Right there, that's where it pivoted on the daily and came back up, closed above support 29,623. Another one is right there where it held, so I can make a nice big green fancy zone right below there for NASDAQ. Okay, so guys, I'm going a lot faster than I normally do, so just bear with me. Okay, so I got some zones. I'm just going to follow Friday's volume. Okay, we opened, was bearish, came into 50% of the previous Thursday's candle, came back up, moved to an all-time high, closed. Today we opened right there. Our opening price, okay, is right here at the bottom of the red zone. There's our opening price, 30,336. We were initially bullish, where we took out today's previous Friday's high, and then we created a new all-time high. Now they pinned it down. They're rejecting it. It's a bearish pin bar shooting star candle coming down right before Wall Street. So if we continue, we want to target to fill yesterday's wick, or sorry, Friday's low, 30,162, which could definitely happen, okay? And if we break that, we're coming down to these bodies, 30,065. That could be our target right now for Wall Street to see if we can just continue to fill Friday's wick and maybe get down to those bodies, okay? So we have the clear big structural candle at the all-time high coming down as a shooting star. Hourly candle, where is all this volume coming from? Basically now, okay? So I can see how it was trading over here Friday, how we opened right there Sunday, 6 p.m. It was very bullish. 7 p.m. futures. When do we hit the all-time high? It was right in here during the European session, pre-London, and 4 a.m. started, closed below. We started barcoding black, blue, black, and continued push down, okay? So see this hourly support right here? That's hourly support. This might be an hourly structural bar that's going to close in the next 34 minutes right there. So that's why I draw a white line, because that was hourly support. Body, 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 wick, 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 body, and a body. Now we're coming right back down to that hourly support. If this black candle closes below, then you see 50% could be right there on a pullback. That's where we sell, and it could continue to flush and sell today. Look how much momentum it can come down and fill down to, okay? Lots of room. So right now in the 5 minutes, it's bearish. When did it come in? It just came in now. There's a 5-minute structural candle, right? Look, it closed below everything to the left. So this 5-minute candle, cut it in half, figure out your point of control. Like I'm doing this freestyle. I didn't bring out my Fibonacci tool because I do this all the time, okay? So that's about cutting it in half. That's about a little bit above, a little bit below, and stretching it into the future. If the 5-minute candles come back up during Wall Street, they might get rejected there and continue to push back down. If we close above this, it might turn to green box and then to come back up, right? So right now we do have that in effect. Here's Wall Street going to open in 2 minutes, okay? So even if you're just following 50% of this bearish candle, it still is below, could continue to push down. So if it comes down black, 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 that yellow line is a daily point of interest, and then that's another daily point of interest. And then we're filling, I know that what this is. This is Friday's low wick, and then this is the open. How do I know that? Because I know I just did on the daily right here. If we continue to fill down, we're filling Friday's low, and then we could be coming down to Thursday's open. And this is how it looks on the 5 minutes. Okay, so that's NASDAQ. Let's add 9 EMA. We are below it. 200 EMA. We just crossed below it. Okay, so it's bearish, bearish on both EMAs. We add the daily bar indicator on the 1 hour is bearish right now. Okay, gold is dropping nicely. Wow. Okay, so gold could target that daily yellow line if you're still in. Okay, and then if it goes down further, yellow line. See how I have just an open chart down here? Look, yellow, yellow, follow it backwards. And then look, see how clear it is? Look, right there, look. Draw a line right here. I would put it right there. There's where it had a double bottom, came back up. There's the inverted head. There's the right shoulder, it came back up. There's where the volume closed below, it came back there. There was resistance, pushed down, it closed above. So I would be targeting 4432 if it continues to break this yellow line, right? And if you're continuing to go down today, if it's bearish, right there, there's your next point, 4402, 4400. Then you got to respect the green box and the daily point of interest. If it comes, retraces all the way down there today. So you see, if we continue to break this yellow line, you got to factor in that target right there, and then also factor in that your red line. There could be a blue pullback, but you've got a point of control right there. See all of these zones above me now? I can clean up my charts. I can start to get rid of these, but that 4505 sell signal that SST sent out, look at it now, okay? So I hope Dave updated this. Let's see. 4474. Like, look at it. Nice. Dave's, look at it, 0.3. Remember, he took out 70% on the first move. Dave should have held a little longer, but partials are good. And then he's got a 0.3 running. And look at the 0.3 running. $500. Almost $1,000. Okay. Wow. You know, that's a good trade. Dave has hit his daily goal. Hopefully a comma day for Dave is good enough for him to get out of these markets. Dave and I have some exciting news. We talked on the weekend. Do you guys want Dave back on YouTube? It has been 4 years where you haven't seen him. If we hit 100,000 subs, Dave will come back here. Dave will be on YouTube with you guys and maybe give me a little bit of a break. No, or both of us. Yeah. We want to have some fun this summer. Forex, you don't think YouTube's ready for Dave? If they can handle me, they can handle Dave. I'm surprised YouTube can handle me. Okay, so now we got Wall Street. Look at NASDAQ, okay? Holy shit, okay? Sorry, guys. So here was 925. It came right back up. Here's Wall Street market open. Look at how quickly it's retracing back into. Test the point of control. Okay, look at it. And if you were in NASDAQ sells, nice sells, like measure those moves, guys. You know, from that big black candle to where it came down, that's 160 pips. And we got to see if it's coming back in. Will they reject this thing right back down? Or will it close above, invert this, and then it's bullish? Okay, what do we got coming out? The resistance front and Iran have set their agenda to completely block the Strait of Hormuz and activate other fronts, including the Bab el-Mandab Strait. Traders fully price a 25 basis point June ECB hike for the first time since May 4th in Europe. Okay, so now we're revisiting the point of control in Wall Street, the first 3 minutes. Let's see what happens here, okay? So you see now it's coming back in. What goes down can come back up, right? Gold, you know, maybe bring 50% that red line down to represent 50% of that black candle if you're still in. Draw yourself a little zone if you like, above and below, to give yourself a buffer, because if it comes in, it could continue to come back down. But now we're trading at near a yellow line, right? From yellow to yellow tape. Those are daily fills. Those are daily points of interest. Okay, these little red lines I have are just looking at previous, in the past, how 5-minute candles were trading there. But you got to respect these yellow lines, okay? Okay, so I'm just looking at how Wall Street market opens, some securities. Quantum computing is all red today. QUBT is down 7%. MicroStrategy is down, so Bitcoin is down 8%. QBTS is down 7%, RGTI 5%, IONQ down 6%. NVIDIA, remember everyone was saying, guys, why was the market up last week and NVIDIA was red, right? It's just a movement of volume, okay? Some money was moving from some tech into quantum computing. Now quantum computing is all red and NVIDIA is up today. So, you know, maybe there's some movement of money moving around, okay? So hopefully we'll see if NVIDIA can stay green today, but on a day like today, it may fizzle off and end red. Hopefully NVIDIA continues to stay green while other sectors in the markets are red. And then when those sectors come back, then we continue moving. So this could be a pullback day for the stock markets. But some of the big names may still hold green. Look at the rejection at the point of control so far, okay? So it came, got rejected, now we're closing. There's the close, okay? So we're opening bearish right off of that rejection, but still holding support. So we got to see, will it get rejected again and come back down? Guys, I don't know if I'm going to take another trade this morning because I'm hit my daily goal. I know for some of you guys it sounds probably, how did this guy hit his daily goal? But when I get a 300 pip move, I'm telling you, sometimes I trade for 100 pips and it's my daily goal. 300 is well enough. But I'm going to continue. If there's a setup, you guys know me. I'm aggressive. I trade. But I don't want to force anything. Scotty. Oh, my man Scotty. Scotty, welcome. Guys, everyone say hello to Scotty on Zoom. It's been a while, Scotty. I hope you're doing well, brother. I love you, man. Yeah, sometimes me and Scotty, we trade for 20 to 30, 50 pips, and me and Scotty pip and dip, okay? Scotty is the king of pipping and dipping, okay? This man, you don't have to teach him to get out. He knows. But he can also hold trades longer duration, okay? It's every trader will learn. Maybe today I want to pip and dip. Maybe today I want to hold. Maybe someday I want to do this. Someday I want to do that. But don't leave too much money on the table. Moral of the story. Scotty, I hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you for joining us. We got Forex. We got Scotty. We got the OGs. We got Jay Robertson, my man. Thank you for joining. Another OG in the group. Captain Boom, my man. Another OG. Thank you, guys. I see you guys are trading New York. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Amazing. You guys got W's? Perfect. Good job, guys. I'm just going through the chat to see if I missed anything. Did you guys have any questions? Boom. A decent day. You beat your goal. That's you for the day. Cheers. Good job, man. Forex, nice. You only took 2 trades today, one in Asian and that one, and you're finished. Amazing. Samuel, 80%. Good job. Okay, good job, guys. Samsung, you're loving the trade regardless of the outcome. I'm watching the video again later on today because if I maintain that discipline, I'll be a good trader. You 100% will be a good trader. Anyone on this call will be a good trader if we can just maintain discipline. That's what trading is. If you can just maintain your discipline, manage your risk, you're going to take some losing trades. Okay, it's going to happen. There's no trader that can just get into trades every single day for the rest of his life and never go into drawdown. Maybe some traders will tell you, but they're full of shit. But you can see we can still go in drawdown, but still have a positive outcome. But if it went in, hit our stop loss, it's not the end of the world because we haven't over leveraged. Okay, that's the difference between maybe the way how I trade and how others that don't know how to use their risk management, or they're risking way too much on a trade. That's the difference between me and someone else, okay? Samsung, sorry, last question. I'm just reading at the top. Ron, I was following 2 other streams on YouTube with moderators who took similar trades. They both are already out, but no explanations, no stop loss, did not explain why the trade was taken. And these guys have 4 times your viewers. People have no idea what kind of value we bring. I know, I see it myself too. I'm not saying it, but I see some YouTube channels as well. They don't provide any analysis that Dave and I do. They don't break down anything like we do. They don't do a top-down analysis like we do. They don't talk about, they just give you the buy and sell, and that's it. So yes, I know what type of value we give to this channel. That's why when I say, guys, just look, one subscriber. Yes, thank you, guys. That's all it takes is a subscribe. I know the value of this channel, guys. Dave and I have been here for 6 years now. We do live trading, live analysis. We break it down. We break down our wins, our losses, our break evens. Some days we get stubborn. Some days we pip and dip, whatever it is. We work as a team. You saw we went to the Discord. We saw when we started the call, 7 a.m. It was already there. Short gold at 54505. But you saw it took a while to develop. But we still stayed with the sell side buy, because look at the trend analysis and the management. If you read this, that it told us why to stay in the sell side mindset. The chart displays a clear downtrend from the high near 4593. So when I'm going back to analyze this, now it makes sense. Down to the current area of 4505. Go look back on your charts with lower highs and lower lows visible across 5-minute candles. So when we did our top down, you could see that. Then recent price action shows consolidation near the lows with a minor bounce, but not strong. So the trade setup is a short entry at 4505, and we're targeting the next support zone with stops above the recent consolidation high, offering a measured risk reward within the displayed price range of 4472, 4596, I'm sorry. And then this is how it came out. Remember, we were looking for it. If it did come into drawdown, we were going to look for that next lower high push down. So you saw I went in the drawdown on that next lower high push, but I had my stop loss, not as high as this, but I had it above the hourly resistance. And you saw how it came down. It worked out. Did it work out in this situation? Yes. See, I took the trade right there. And you saw the drawdown I encountered, but I had my stop loss above this entire trading block, just above it right there. And you saw that candle almost got me at 845. And then I started to see it come down. We were pushing down, but we didn't close until we got our first structural candle. Then we followed that and see right there. Again, that was a bullish candle, come up, impulsively close back below that red zone, and you see how it's still holding and continue to go down. That's why it's so important, guys, to learn how to cut candles in half and figure out points of control of important body candles, because this is how you can maintain to stay with that mindset of selling or to flip to maybe buy it back up, but still see how sellers are still holding it down. Okay, when we look at NASDAQ, look, it has flipped. So it came up blue, broke and closed above there. So the point of control from that structural candle is now green. Why? Because the volume is telling me why, not because I'm telling you. The volume closed above. Now it's coming back into it. So it could be where it's buyers now buying it back up, and we could see Wall Street flipping. You know, if Nvidia keeps holding up, then the red securities can start to catch up, and Nvidia could lead the way, and the market flips bullish today. Nvidia is trading at almost $220 a share, almost up 4%. And every other security is pretty much red across the board, except for Oracle is up 2.5%. Micron is up 6%. Microsoft is up 2.5%. Palantir up 2.6%. SMCI up 2%. Adobe up 3%, AMC Entertainment up to 8%, and the rest of the securities on my watch list are all red. So you can see that some chips are green, holding up the market, and you see how it's not breaking down. So if the chips hold up NASDAQ, then the other ones can maybe recover that are in red and then provide some momentum to continue to push bullish, okay? But you guys see how that block got inverted. That structural candle at 910 closed below everything, and then it had the further drop. Now we came down at 925. Here's 930 Wall Street. Came up, got rejected, but you see when that candle opened, it was open below there, but was in black to continue and push down. See how it was, came back up, filled its job, created the high and closed, and see the retest right there? Sometimes I scalp this retest. If you're just sitting in that zone with a pending order, it came down there, picked you up, you got filled, and you're right in the money. But you got to be looking for 20 to 30 pips. And that's it. If you want 50, boom, you got filled, and you could be right at target. That's a scalper. But you're scalping one candle. That's it. Like, see how you just saw how that candle closed above? You could have been sitting right there with a pending buy order, and the market saw you and came down, saw your order, picked you up, and moved away, because you're not the only one with an inverted point of control sitting there. And then the candle came up for 50 pips, but it didn't do its job because you want more. You want more to fill that and continue going. But that candle came up 50 pips. You could have pipped and dipped out of that and looked for one more trade, and you would have been done for your 100 pips a day. That's a scalper. But some people do not have that mindset. They don't understand that. How that just, you get in with zero drawdown, you're up 30, 40, 50 pips and close out the trade. It took me years to understand that as well. But that's why I fell in love with scalping, because when you find these zones, you sit and wait in there patiently, and that's a sniper entry. But because if you don't do anything, look, it did come up 50 pips and now it's coming back down to there, and it could be coming back down black and put you in drawdown. But now you see what's happening here. Now it's closing above, ignited, could do what gold was doing, kind of consolidate here for the next move up, or it's going to come back down. If it closes back, I use this block and I trade off of it. If it comes back down black and closes, I make it red, because if it comes back in there, then it goes back down to take out this and drop down. If it stays above there, it could consolidate, flag above here, and then we could be continuing to move back up. Gold is still holding below here, but see, it's making a second at bottoms. So it came down. Here's the visible neckline. Came back down. If it comes back up now with like that second bottom, maybe it will close above. That could be a retest. You buy that to take it back up to that red block. And that's it. When you get back up to that red block, you got to respect it, because it still has not been transacted. Look, that candle that came up at 9:15, that's as high as it got. It still has not, nothing has transacted in there. Nothing as of yet, right? So if it comes in there, that's where you could have a selling alert set up. You could have a sell alert set up at 449293. Place an alert, doesn't hurt. I'll do it. Add an alert and I'll wait for it. When I go outside and I enjoy my walk in the sunshine and I go for my smoke and my coffee, I might get alerted later on this afternoon that gold came back up there, and I'll check my phone. If everything meets my requirements, I might take a trade. Other than that, I walk away. I've got my daily goal. Okay, so you still see how it's still holding. Bullish ignited candle can continue. It's barcoding, blue, black, blue, and can continue to push. Okay, guys, so just look at our trading schedule for this week. I know we haven't updated it. I'm sorry, Ron was busy on the weekend, but we did our live Monday session right here. So tomorrow, guys, Dave is doing New York, Colmex, and Wall Street. If you want to join Dave, join the team. He does 8 to 10 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then all of our sessions the rest of the week will be post right after Dave. We get started around 10:45, 11 a.m. and we go till about 1 or 2 p.m. Okay. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And remember, guys, Friday is NFP. Please be very, very careful trading NFP. Everyone, there's 500 viewers. You have a free Telegram link pinned at the top of YouTube channel. Here's where we sent out the signal and the trade that Dave took and scaling out. All of our upcoming live YouTube sessions are available on this link. We post them here like 24 hours before we get started. We gave some trade setups for you guys last week. If we get enough of you guys joining, we'll do that again this week for you guys. And we showcase what Dave does in the Zoom and Discord with the group. There's giveaways, promos coming up, and everything that we do at SST is available in this free Telegram channel. And if you want to join the team, we would love to have you guys. Lots of live trading, lots of live analysis with myself, Dave, and everyone in the Discord, and lots of education, guys. I can't stress enough the education about learning to trade. Lots of people want to trade but don't want to learn, right? They just want, Ron, where do I buy? Where do I sell? I'm like, don't you want to learn the art of trading, the craft of price action, and maybe do this for the rest of your life and enjoy this? And maybe you'll fall in love with it, like how some of us at SST have fallen in love with price action and trading. But you'll learn a lot here, guys. Lots of webinars, boot camps, courses, tutorials, all kinds of shit. It's here for you guys. Okay. And then there's a free blog available as well. Can I tell you guys a quick story before I go? I was talking with somebody on the weekend, right? And this is what I want to tell you, okay? This is a story that I had on the weekend with a friend of mine who wants to learn how to trade. But I'm going to tell you the mindset of 99% of traders that want to learn, or people, I should say, just people that are interested in learning to trade. And I asked him, I know that this is a type of guy that wants zero risk in trading. Absolutely no zero risk. He's an older gentleman, older than me, okay? So I knew maybe it's not best to teach him scalping. He's not there yet. It's too crazy. Like, I know that if he went through this, he wouldn't be able to deal with this, what we just dealt with. So I said to him, okay, he's well off. He's doing well in life. I said, how would you like to earn passive income for the rest of your life? Okay, think about that. But he said, what passive income? I said, through options, right? The bank will pay you weekly money, monthly money for just offering your shares for sale in the market. Because you guys know, in a market, for every buyer and seller, there's got to be shares for sale. You guys understand that, right? If I want to buy NVIDIA shares right now, there's got to be someone that is willing to sell me those NVIDIA shares, right? It doesn't, but some people don't understand that, right? So for every buyer, there's got to be a seller. For every seller, there's got to be a buyer, right? But you can, now I told him, this is where it went. And I was going to teach him how with zero risk, you can make passive income, okay? But this is where I lost him. So I said to him, for example, have you heard of the company Apple? He said, of course. I have an Apple phone. I own Apple products. Right. I said to him, do you think Apple, the corporation that's almost $5 trillion, is going to go bankrupt tomorrow? He said, no. I said, do you think Apple is going to go bankrupt next week? He said, no. I said, do you think Apple is going to go bankrupt in next year? He said, no. I said, do you think Apple is going to continue to create technology and continue to be one of the drivers and leaders of the world? And he said, yes. I said, okay, so why would you not want to own some shares of Apple? He said, because I never thought of it. I said, well, if you own some shares of Apple, you could also offer them for sale. And if the price doesn't reach your selling price, the bank will pay you money, premium, for you just offering your shares available for sale, because that's how the option market works. It's a bundle of 100 shares. If nobody puts that up there, then the options market will close. There won't be an options market. If no one is offering, then how can there be any transactions? So he started to think about that, and I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna get this guy. But then he said, well, how much does it involve? I said, okay, this is not the question, how much. See, I can tell his mindset is not about learning. It's just, how much does it cost? How much to do this, right? But if you learn how to do this, all I was trying to get to him was to get him to listen to me about making passive income every single week. But this went over his head now. So he said to me, how much does this cost? So I gave him the mathematics. I said, Apple, for instance, is trading at $200 per share. So he said, okay. And then I said to him, you got to buy 100 shares. You got to own 100 shares in order to do covered call options, in order to generate passive income from the banks. So that, by doing the math, I'm not that smart in math, but $200 times 100 is $20,000. Right there, I lost him. He said, oh my God, $20,000? No way. Okay, I said to him, then you see how I could not get to him? But I said, and then that's where I lost him. Then the conversation ended. And then we were talking about the basketball game. So I lost him. But if I kept him, he has $20,000 sitting in his savings account. And then, knowing me, I didn't stop the conversation. I said to him, you got $20,000 sitting in your savings account with your bank. How much interest is that bank? How much are you earning on that? He said, I don't know. I never check. I said, well, I'll tell you. You're earning 1%, okay, on $20,000. And in a checking savings account, you might have to pay some interest on it. Regardless, they're giving you pennies. So I said, it's better, you would rather have the mindset to keep $20,000 in a savings account, earn 1%, and you're happy with that, as opposed to taking that $20,000, buying 100 shares of Apple, a corporation, not buying a Mickey Mouse company. And now, if it's trading at $200, you can put your 100 shares for sale at $220. let's just say you offer them for sale at 220. So if Apple moves, I was trying to explain to him now, if Apple moves your $20,000, $200 a share, and it goes up to 210 to 220, and it gets to 220, you are forced now to sell your shares that you have, just like how we're buying and selling gold. And you make $20 per share. You just made $2,000. So your 20,000 now turns to 22,000, and it's sitting in your cash account, and you can go shopping again and buy more Apple. If it pulls back, you can look at a different corporation, or you can wait. You can wait for another dip buy in the market and do the process over again. Okay. But this is where the catch is. If you are selling your shares of Apple at 220 with a covered call option, and Apple does not go to 220 in 1 week, let's say you choose the weekly expiration, the monthly, you can choose which premium you want. Let's say you choose the weekly to expire this Friday. You're putting your shares for sale, and Apple just consolidates like gold. It trades from 200, 205, 200, 207, and then come Friday, it expires worthless. Those traders that wanted to buy that from you from 220 did not get there, so the bank pays you the premium. Those option traders that lost the money on their option, you just gained it, right? So you just made $500 of premium by doing nothing, just by offering your shares for sale. And that did not click to him. He didn't understand that. And I said, you can repeat this process over and over and over and over, but I couldn't get through to him. So this is trading. This is education. 99% of traders don't want to, I can't get through to them. The 1% I can get through to, they get this and they're like, holy shit, why didn't anyone teach me this earlier on? Because I'll tell you, banks will not teach you this. Banks are doing this. This is how banks are making their money. They will not teach you about this. Your government doesn't want you to know about this. Your government wants you to go and work your job, 2-3 jobs, and continue paying taxes and contributing to your system and your economy. They don't want you to sit home and relax and offer Apple and Nvidia shares for sale. But then someone always gives me this, Ron, I don't have $20,000. Okay, then you don't have to choose Apple. There's other securities that are worth $100, $50, $25, $10 securities. You can buy 100 of those and have a covered call option. You don't always got to go buy the top biggest 5 in the world. But for those that want to learn, there's a lot to learn. Now, okay, sorry guys about that. But you see how now it's back down, back below here. So we've reversed it and we're back down. If you want to sell, you got an opportunity to sell back down, okay? But that's it for me, guys. I had a good call. So guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Join Dave in live New York and Comex, and then I will be coming in right after him, post New York, guys. Thank you guys so much to the YouTube subscribers and viewers today. It was unbelievable. I had a great session. I hope you guys learned something today. Join the free Telegram channel. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had fun. Shout outs to Dave and the Signal today. Made us our bread for the day. Good Monday, guys. Not bad. And if you guys are going to continue to trade, please trade with proper risk management. Gold is still running. Okay. So it's now pushing below that daily point of interest. Next 5-minute interest, 4432 and 4,400 on the dot today. There could be pullbacks and it could be pushing down. Now we are in a downtrend. Okay. So if you want to buy, you're fighting against it. Look, lower lows. See that? If you bought that, it just came into the point of control. You got your pips. You should have dipped out of the market because you're counter trading now. And then now it's continuing with the leg down, pushing down bearish. It might again come back up. It might go back down. Okay. This could end up being over a 500 pip drop. But awesome, guys. Justin, have a great day today. Kelly, Mike, Rob, have an awesome day, guys. Justin, that's what you're going to do. You're going to be an underwriter like you. Perfect. That's what I am. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand. I'm an underwriter. Okay. I own multiple guys. I've been accumulating Apple since 2009 through forward stock splits. I've been holding that for 2009 till today. So almost 20 years. I have several thousand shares of Apple. It started with just a measly 100 when I got started, but over time accumulating. I have a strategy. What I do in downtrends, I buy puts on the money I make down. When it's going down, then I buy more shares. I can share all of those strategies with you guys as well when we get in stock and options. But the point is, I've been accumulating and now I'm an underwriter. So I can offer 500 shares of Apple for sale and collect premium. If I'm forced to sell them, I might be forced to sell them, but then I'll look to buy back. But you do this with various securities. I've been doing this with Amazon. I own shares. I do it with Apple. I own shares. Nvidia. I own shares. I do this with TD Bank. I own shares. I do this with Enbridge Gas. I own shares. Anything. You can do it with any security you want. You just got to be a shareholder and own 100 shares. So this should inspire everyone on this call to accumulate 100 shares of a company, right? And then you can do this. And don't have that mindset, oh, I can't get 100 shares. I can't. Oh, it's too much. If you have that negative mindset, you're never going to do anything in life. It kind of drags me down too, because I have friends with that attitude and it really pisses me off. And I'm like, I never had that attitude. When someone explained to me, you got to have 100 shares, I never said, oh, I can't. I said, okay, I'm going to go work 3 jobs. I'm going to do what I have to do to accumulate. If I got to make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, maybe someone of you might have it sitting in your savings account, earning you peanuts of interest right there. Like you can put it in. And if you think it's risky being a shareholder of Apple or Nvidia or these top companies in the world, then you got to give your head a shake, okay? Because these are the biggest corporations in the entire world, worth $3, $4, $5, $6 trillion, and you're scared to invest $5,000, $10,000, and you're never gonna. Then don't worry about the investment side of trading, right? It's not for you. It's not for you, but it will be for others that want to earn passive income for as they get older. And I haven't even spoken about dividends. That's just covered call options. Very easy strategy. Okay, guys. But I will get more into this with you guys because I know some of you guys might be more interested in learning about this. Some of you guys maybe have checked out as soon as I started talking about this. That's fine. But I know the value of learning this and what it can do for you financially. There's probably not one person on this call that wants to sit at home on their couch all day and have the bank pay them money by doing absolutely nothing. Okay. If you don't want that, then enjoy your day at work today. But that's what I want to kind of get everybody on this call. You can literally make money by doing nothing, just by offering your shares for sale in the options market. That's it. And the bank will pay you because they need your shares. They need your shares. If they don't have my shares for sale, they don't have Justin's shares for sale, and they don't have your shares for sale, there's no options market. There's no options market. I know you and I are just small little retail minnows. We're nobody. But if the banks don't offer their shares for sale, then there's no options market, right? But anyways, guys, it was a fun call. Worked out well for us, thank goodness. Let's go enjoy our Monday. Let's go have some coffee, have some breakfast. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Shout out to Dave for the Signal SST Discord cell. That 4505 worked out perfectly. It took a while to get started, but that's how trading works. Okay, guys? Sometimes you'll nail a trade right away. Sometimes you gotta go through the motions. Okay? Have a good day, everyone. God bless everyone. Thank you guys so much for the likes, subscribes. Leave us a comment and join us tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Recording stopped.
Have a good day, everyone. Thank you, guys.